Oh, I just realized I was muted. Oh, that's so funny. Thank you for the check. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I actually was muted. Anyways, thanks, Yuki. But yeah, hi everybody. Nice to have you here this evening. We're going to be doing some visual novels. And thank you so much for joining today, Suki. Anybody else that's new, I appreciate you so much for being here. It's been a long week, my gosh. Pro gamer strat. Keep your mic unmuted and you can actually communicate. Who would have thought? Thank you. Yeah, so hope you all have been doing well this week. It's been a long week for me, so just glad to be here this Saturday. Me talking with everybody. But yeah, so the plan tonight is going to be to try out some visual novel demos because it is currently still Steam's Visual Novel Fest right now. It's been going all week, and I think it lasts a couple more days. And there's a couple that I haven't tried yet that they're not necessarily new, but they're new to me at least. So we're gonna start. The plan is to kind of go through the demo for Scarlet Hollow, which is like a horror mystery visual novel, which I'm really excited for because it's from the people that made Slay the Princess, which is a very fun, kind of cheeky, meta mystery kind of visual novel, which I would definitely recommend everybody check out. The vibes are great, the art, the narration, it's just 10 out of 10. And then after that, depending on how it's looking, I want to also try a kind of romance Otome fantasy one called Made Marion, which is kind of based on Robin Hood, but you're like, well, Made Marion, right? Except not the Disney version where she's the super hot fox girl, which maybe that's disappointing for some people, I know. But she still stays pretty hot, so that's kind of nice for that one. So we're going to have some different kind of vibes tonight, so should hopefully be fun, but hopefully y'all are down for some storytelling and just hanging out and chilling. I got myself a nice little drink. We got some vibes going, so hope y'all are doing well and ready for just some good times. All right. But yeah, so we're gonna get this stuff going here. So give me just a second and I will start pulling this up. I'm so excited. It's just nice to have some new friends around. Let's see. All right. And of course, if you guys have any input for the story stuff, I am always happy to hear it. I will say I'm not I'm not someone that likes to be I guess evil route in my games though with choices. I'm very much the Paragon player pretty much. So like if I played Mass Effect or KOTOR, which plus some of my favorite games, I'd always go light path and only pick dark choices under certain circumstances, like when you punch the reporter in Mass Effect. That's kind of a jerk, but usually I like to try to keep it pretty much like I do in real life, which is usually not try to be too rude, but any input you guys have is totally fine. So let me get this up here. All right, let's see. Just 1 second. Looks like it's not. Oh, let's see. There we go. Sorry, y'all. I guess it had the wrong thing on there. All right, perfect. So let's get this going. Good as usually can't. That's so true. I mean, I get that. It usually is kind of like the canon thing. I guess then the good in that case could then be like a palate cleanser afterward or something, you know. But I don't know. I just don't have it in me, man. You know me, Cactus. I'm too goody two shoes for that. All right. Well, we're gonna get going. Like I said, I never played this before. Let me know how the volume is with the game too, if it's too loud, because I can always turn it down with the music. So, all right. Like I don't know anything about this game aside from murder mystery, and I guess there's potentially some relationship stuff and just all the stuff going on in this messed up town. So we're all gonna learn together, I guess. All right. You live in the city of ... Okay, I'm not good at city name. Anybody got a good city name suggestion that they want to throw out there? I'll take anything. Unless it's terms of service bannable. Maybe not that. I know we got some creatives in here. I'm like, throw something at me. Townsville. Yes, the city of Townsville. Perfect. We'll take it. Very prompt. Alright. Okay, gender does not impact gameplay. Okay. Her, thank you. Ooh, we got traits. Okay. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Okay, let's go. Powerful. Pinnacle of fitness. And okay. Mystical. Strange, unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. I feel like I gotta do this. I gotta do anything that's like magic related of any kind. I gotta do at least that, but I get 2. So what's the second one? Talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. I feel like that that would lead to some interesting situations, but okay. Street smart. Mage maxing, heck, exactly, right? Like I'm almost drawn to this talk to animals. Kind of, it's like, what is the curse part of this? Is there going to be like some cats out there like, feed me, human? Okay, but I don't know. Keen eye, I'm throwing pack. Empathetic, okay. Book smart. Well read and rational. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I feel like this is also me, especially if they're saying like the empathetic thing. Book smart. Well-read and rational, esoteric knowledge, talented researcher, okay. Extremely good-looking, natural flirt. People just like you because probably you're a good person. Okay, well, I think we'll probably go with the keen eye. We can always go with just hot, strong, some other time, I guess. So we got options, so we'll go with mystical and keen eye. We're keeping it mage maxing. All right. This isn't voice, so I'm going to be reading to y'all. It might. I don't know. I mean, Slay the Princess was very interesting, so I'm curious how these traits will affect things. Okay. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. I feel like that's me every day on the commute to work. Where am I? The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in city depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. Oh, thank you, cousin. Wow. I love my budget Greyhound tickets. The funeral of Perlin Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Okay, we've already got some family drama. Oh, mystical. But it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something had been tugging you back to this plane your entire life. There was no choice to be made, because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. Oh lord. Free tickets, but they take you through New Jersey. Oh god, not Jersey. Not the guy that just keeps talking in your general direction. You're just like, you're just trying to look away, but they just keep going. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Oh, we have an option. Wait, what? Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Hell yeah, so chaos, my dude. Why are you talking to me? Remain silent. I guess I'll go with a wait what. Wait what? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. So this girl comes up to us swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year. So it's pretty serious. Is this how you pick up chicks? I don't know. I guess that's just it. Push a girl into the harbor. Play a prank on her, push her into the harbor. That's how you get them. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and geez. You ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? I mean, I don't know. On a bus through Jersey, yeah. I guess in a place like this, yeah. Threatened, yeah, I kind of feel like killing someone right now. Actually, I would not say that to this man. No, not really. Oh yeah, all the time. Never followed through with it, of course. I mean, let him cook. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have never felt that way about another person I find where you have. Okay, we're definitely going with the smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I mean, he could keep cooking. That would be my response. Just the You got it, honey. You smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody trying to break your heart, that changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought they'd want to. I honestly could have killed that woman. Ha! Oh my god. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now? What? So I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. Father of the year. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Ah, yes. Keen eye. Do you love her enough to make this work? We gotta use these skills. There's no way I would ask this person this, but for story's sake, we're doing it. We have it. You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you threatened to kill her, but now that she's giving birth to a child you created together, you're planning on running off? Hello? Even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. Think about how your actions are going to impact his life and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. Dang, we're giving this guy a schooling. Huh. Yeah, good stuff to think about. Pulls out phone. Huh. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? Oh, we got mystical options. Home, I think. I've never been, but I felt it like a call at the back of my mind for as long as I can remember. Some things can only be put off for so long. Oh, I guess I'll just read it when I click on it, because it does. I know. I don't think that he's the mystical type. I maybe shouldn't have even bothered, but I was curious. He's probably just like, oh, okay, honey, yeah, I mean, whatever. The young man anxiously shifts in his seat. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable before he catches himself and heartily laughs. Ha! Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in the mountains. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around, so if you aren't getting off at my stop, you must be headed up that way. Almost nobody ever goes there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now. Though, actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in Holler, you see? And there's always a job list or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I'm sorry, his accent is jumping all over the place. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. We went from like city boy to like country real quick, sorry. Hope they didn't die! Ha! Oh my god. He looks back at his phone for once focused on something other than you. God bless technology. Get this man away. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of Okay. Why are they dripping? Okay. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Okay, thank you. I know I'm someone that doesn't love... Oh, this is it. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. I'm not taking them. I'm not gonna... I mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't want like a dripping bag, you know? It's just... I don't think that's for me. That's what I'm saying, Suki. I'm like I want them like dry and roasted, not... And like the sound effects. Oh god. Oh, huh, these could probably kill you then, couldn't they? That's what I would say. I'd feel bad for lying, but I'd be like, please, just keep that away. Well, like I said, I'm done carrying them. They're yours. He gives them to you anyway. The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. In the 30s, everything was boiled. Is this even the 30s? This man has a cell phone. And with that, I leave you safe travels, friends. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure it's not the 30s. We'll just assume. Oh god. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat from across you. 1930s cell phone. Damn, can you imagine? It's like those, was like those shop pictures or something where they have the dude that looks like he's from the future or whatever, and some picture from like the 40s. This was that man. Tesla beats Edison. Oh my god. You do your best to hold your breath as the bus rattles to your destination. Oh my god. Bus driver. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. Oh god. I hope there's not too many characters. Oh lord. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk, though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. Fair? The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Good for him. Hey, Mayloon. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Yep, I get that, I guess. Looks like somebody needs a... I guess, give condolences. Hey, I'm so sorry for your loss, Tabitha, yeah. Yes, great, thank you. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns around and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Perfect. Well, we got old BMW, you know, maybe that is the vibe. Old cars beating Edison. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Okay. Okay, I don't think that we say the members of the Dead Moms Club. Okay. How are you holding up? Tabitha. Fine. Oh god. Do I push this keen eye? This seems a little like, oh, are you sure? You seem tense. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it. We have it. We have to use it. Are you sure? You seem tense. You know you can talk to me, right? I went through something similar when my own mom passed. She tenses up even more at the mention of your mom before letting out a heavy sigh. Maybe it's a sore spot for her. You quickly apologize. You know, I feel like this keen eye thing, it's giving me, like, oh, we're insightful, but then we're just saying shit. We're just going. Like, hey, you know, your mom died. I mean, my mom died too. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Oh, hi, Boosted. Hi. Yes. we're doing some, we just started Scarlet Hollow, so thank you for joining. You're gonna have a time. I'm sorry, I know it's probably not what you're looking to hear right now. I would assume that, but whatever. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. Okay, I can't believe we've never actually met before this, you know. You have your mom to thank for that, or had, I guess. Okay. Mystical. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Pearl Ann and the old Scarlets. Okay, I guess we had some family drama. They did not like each other. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. You sound... Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go. We're going. You sound like my mother right now. She hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. There are some things in life we get to choose. And she chose to leave. Oh. Okay. Alright, so the funeral? It's on Sunday, right? Yeah. Yep, like I told you. Okay. Yeah, since I'm here, do you need any help planning, you know? I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just needed the confidence somebody to dig a hole. I don't think I want to click the members of the Dead Moms Club. That doesn't sound smart. We're just gonna move on. You decided to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. That felt so real and just so awkward. Just uncomfortable. The ticket buys the seat, but you'll only need the end. It's just so true. I'm like, oh god. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. I love this creepy mansion on a hill. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. Yeah, it's not, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking great. It's hanging in there by a thread, if that. Oh yeah. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Foyer? I don't know. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive. Each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Hey, welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering around anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen and the hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Alright. Why? It's beautiful and clean. Oh god. I feel so rude. I thought y'all were... Oh no, I can't. I can't. Cool. Thanks, I guess. Yeah. Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Okay, we love a good PB&J. At least there's something. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Okay, that's a little rude. I only get PB&J. Come on, dog. All right. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Oh no, I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh god. Could you imagine if that actually becomes a plot point? Because I don't remember if it said lie or not. But could you imagine if I ate that shit and died? I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh no. I'm like, please. I need that Mac, girl. I'm gonna die. Okay. My like poverty jelly sandwiches. Oh no. Alright. Anyways, we'll see what we can do. It's over. Oh god. Tips: some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. Oh god. Okay, so actually in this place, have you actually seen that happen, or does this person just say they did it and leave? I'm actually allergic to peanuts! Oh my god. I like how you can keep bringing this up. I don't even know. Should we roll with it? Should we just keep being allergic to peanuts the whole time? I'm so curious if this is gonna be a running thing, like there's just peanuts all over the place. That'll be our first death, is just get peanut chucked at us and we get hives. Where we're going. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Then I guess you'll just be having plain old regular J's. Or you can deal with your own food while you're in town. I don't care which. Oh. No sympathy. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask, like, someone actually clean this place? Because it ain't looking good. Oh, kitty. But, you said someone actually cleans this place? Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does the person just say they did it and leave? Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleek city standards, but this is an old house in the country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn to live with. Okay. Y'all could try a little harder though, damn. I'm not gonna say that in somebody else's house. We're just gonna move on. Oh, God. But that is the vibe. What is going on in here? Wonderful. Now that you're done insulting my kitchen, do you have any other questions before we move on to the next part of the tour? I'm not seeing this going well, y'all. Oh my god, what if I want ice cream? Oh, no. We're not even going there. It's already a loss. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I might want to eat something other than jelly sandwiches this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? I'm trying to ask as nice as possible. Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet, thanks. Yep, Cool. Good talk. I'm not gonna... Nope, we're not asking that. We're just going on. Alright, what's next on the tour? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Yes, kitty. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou. Do not try and pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Okay. I will not try to pet the cat. That would be rude. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. I'm not liking this day. I mean, the place is going to be probably haunted. It's a disaster. I only get to eat jelly sandwiches unless I can eat at the diner. It's a mess. I'm loving this. Allergic to peanuts, though. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must, if you must. Okay. Oh, God, no. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm like, are the people here, like, is she even a real person if she's like, yeah, I keep a close eye on Janie while she's cleaning, because I'm scared, y'all. It is a wretched bathroom, is the description. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. It's like the worst motel gas station-esque bathroom. Oh, God. I don't even know. Who exactly uses this bathroom? I guess. Guess. Oh. Are you, lift toilet seat? Oh. Okay. I'm uncomfortable. I'm sorry if anybody was eating, I hope nobody was eaten. Just look away. Bug skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Oh, dude. The problem is that I said I had to go for hours. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be rude. She's probably going to be like, we'll attempt. A toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. The pile of empty TV rolls, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is this? Like, the bugs, the TV. I can't. They just stacked that shit. They changed the roll, and they're like, yeah, it's good. Chuck it in the corner. Oh my god. Next up, guest bathroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. Oh, guest bedroom, I'm sorry. Oh god. Yeah, I was gonna say, you just hover, right? Like, I've been in some not great looking bathrooms, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, but damn. It's a mess, y'all. Oh, Lord. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. Oh, well, it's not... There's not bugs everywhere, I think. I don't know. There's not TP in the corner. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. Mystical. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here? No people have died in here? Oh. Okay. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Yeah, I guess if people fucking died in here. Sorry. I feel like, okay. Oh, God. I'm like, should I ask? I'm just gonna ask. People have died here, haven't they? Huh. When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously people have died here. Okay, sorry, Tabitha. I mean, whatever. What's if all the boxes? Old family stuff. Okay, do you need... Okay, you know, I'm just gonna move on. We're just... Better mom died in there. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. It's probably haunted. I mean, if we're sensing it that bad, there's been a lot of problems in this room. Surprisingly, the bathroom didn't have the dead people or whatever, but the bedroom does, so, hey, it must be a mess. What a dump, I hate it. Oh my god. I don't even know if I want to comment on any of this. She already hates me. Who used to sleep here? Yeah, we'll ask that. Yeah. Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. I love her character, though. I'm just like, this is a mess. Hell, maybe I'm gonna die in this room. I guess I'll start to get settled. They're gonna chuck the peanuts at me right here. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tip, some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away, and others down the line. Okay. Explore and keen eye. You know, we don't have to inherit our parents' bad blood. We can start fresh now that it's just us. Oh, we tried that in the car, but we gotta do it. It's our skill, dude. I'm just scared. Okay, yeah, we can start fresh now. That's just us. God, yes. Okay, we're not our parents. There are some things in life we can choose. Fine, whatever. If I choose to say that, will you stop bringing it up every time we have a conversation? Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I've been testy since you've gotten here. You've been an acceptable guest. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Okay, I think we're having a breakthrough. Please, just stay out of my hair until later, okay? I have work to do. Okay. Do I ask? Okay. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Oh, the family of coal miners. Ah. Hit her with a suplex. Dang. That'll fix the attitude. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Okay. I mean, I didn't even know we had a coal mine. I mean, I don't even know if I should ask, but I'm gonna ask anyway. I didn't know we owned a coal mine? We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Okay. Cool. Coal mine has to be one of the most ethically and physically vile jobs on the planet. Hashtag girl boss remain silent. Oh my god. I guess you know, good for you. Good for you, Queen. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as exciting. It's a task. Okay. I don't know if this is sarcasm, but I mean, I'd totally say like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, whatever. Seems like a good way to look at a job. Instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing the thing you love the most, it's okay to just have a job. Okay, yeah, so it wasn't sarcasm. I guess it might say it in quotes if it is. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather be doing something else with my life? Maybe, but I know I had to take over the company, so why think about that other stuff I could be doing? I mean, you know, so you could enjoy your life. I don't know. But why do I know? I haven't inherited a family business before. I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. Okay. Is this too aggressive? Sure, whatever. We're gonna do it. Yeah, Tabitha, let's hang. Get suplexed. Yeah. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Okay. Your cousin leaves through the front door. Like, I'm trying to be nice, you know. Theoretically, our family members did die, but it's just a little rough right now. And now it's just you. You in this sprawling, decrepit estate. Oh, yeah. Jelly sandwich sounds great right now. I love it. Oh god, that's so funny. Oh, Devastator81, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're having some good old story time right now. I love it. We're actually allergic to peanuts. A jelly sandwich sounds great right now. That's so funny. Settle into your room. Go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. We're not gonna do that. That sounds rude. Did we eat? I can't remember if we said that we were hungry. I kind of want to go see about the cat. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go get a jelly sandwich. You haven't had anything to eat all day. We don't even know like anything in town. I don't know if that's a good idea to go ourselves. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A jelly sandwich sounds exactly like what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. Our filling meal of bread and jam only. Oh my god. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. Oh god, I hope there's some fresh bread. I hope this jam isn't like 5 years old, like opened in the fridge. To get started, you'll probably need to find some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. I'm not approaching the cat. I don't think the cat can help me. I think the cat will be upset. Also, about you're actually not hungry anymore. Let's search the fridge. So you approach the fridge. Your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, "JD, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." Oh my god. Okay. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Y'all, this is like an episode of Hoarders. This is a mess. It's a disaster. Okay. There's a lot of jelly in this fridge. You open the fridge. You already feel a damp urge to... Oh, wait. Sorry. I read that. Examine the old takeout. Ain't no way. Check mayonnaise. Take jelly. Grab ice cream. Close the fridge. The takeout will probably give us food poisoning and kill us. I'm not gonna lie. I already know the mayonnaise is probably old as hell too, and I doubt there's meat, so it would just be a mayo sandwich versus the jelly sandwich, and I'm taking the jelly. Lucy's jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking the expiration date. Okay, good. We've got some intelligence. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. Like it expired recently, or it's... Oh, okay. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. It must be if there's that much in it. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some bread. Better close this fridge and keep looking. I ain't looking at any of that other stuff. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. If we can't have ice cream, then we can have a bowl of frost buildup. Oh my god. The snow cones at home. Just the desperation freezer buildup. Oh god. Put some of the jelly on top for like some flavor, like as if it's some syrup. Pray. Oh god. What a delicious meal. This is it's only day 1, dude. This is a mess. Okay. Search the pantry, I guess. Tabitha sure loves mac and cheese. Are these all just noodle boxes, dog? Oh my. Oh, okay, yeah, we can close this. Yep, it's all... Okay, well, at least there's bread, and I don't know what that is down there. We have a crap ton of peanut butter and mac and cheese. Alright. Now all she needs is, like, some nuggies. She doesn't have any nuggies in the freezer. It's just ice cream. We're not taking the peanut butter. I'm sure we'll die. Kenai, look closer. Okay. At Home Gourmet. Have him coming back for seconds. Teehee. You squint into the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread, a single book lies forgotten. A thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. Nuggies and jelly? No. No, I mean nuggies. Nuggies and mac, please. You know, I wonder. It's probably fine. I mean, it can't be any different than having, what, like chicken and waffles or something. You know, you put the syrup on it. Maybe it's a vibe. I'm not going to do it. But, like, you know, if you had, like, some nuggies with, like, the honey dip or something, you know, it's not bad. But, like, grape jelly, I don't know, dude. I don't know about that. Oh, God. Calf's brain? I'm sorry. I'm so... Okay. I don't know if this is for me. You go to a bookmarked page. Why is this the bookmarked page? Teddy's favorite. Serve on toast or with plain crackers. Okay. Both calf's brain and aspic are unappetizing enough on their own. And you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mom ran far, far away from this place. Okay. I'd be running too. Okay. Imagine that's like your parents' favorite meal. Like, hey honey, can you break out the calf brain again? Oh my god. Ain't no way. You shut the book and put it back in its place. I guess we're taking the bread. Okay. Oh god. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Oh god. That sounds like 1930s food. I mean, food in quotes, yes. We got boiled peanuts and calf brain. Oh, God. Oh, no. One step closer to a satisfying snack. I'm glad there's at least some bread that's not moldy. We don't need the penicillin, too. Oh, Lord. The only things you need now are a plate and a knife. Okay. We're leaving the Mac. Close the pantry door as best you can. Turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Garden, huh? Okay. Cabinets. We're just gonna stay on task for now. I feel like we're gonna be in danger if we check something else. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. I was gonna say, I don't think you usually put them in a cup up here, but whatever. Examine the mug. Examine the shot glass. Sure. Blowing Rock, North Carolina. I was blown away. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, NC. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only for a few hours from the state. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. I don't know if she's going to want to do that or not. She doesn't seem to like us very much. Examine the shot glass. I survived Deb's 50th. Woo! Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you'd heard from your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Keen eye. Maybe it belongs to Janie. You imagine she might need an alcoholic beverage to get through cleaning this place, especially with Tabitha's sour face peering over her shoulder. Oh, yep. Don't mind me taking a sip of my own alcoholic beverage. Anyways. Yeah, all right. Let's grab our plate and butter knife now. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make your jelly sandwich. Time to get to work. We don't need the bowl. Let me extra. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. I feel like this cat is judging us, but we're gonna leave it because she said it didn't want us to do anything. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 2 ingredients to make a jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. Pachi, pachi, pachi. Yes, yes, we're so good. Oh, we got an achievement. Cooking by the book. Yes. Easy. A job well done. That's what we get, staying on task. I love cooking complexity. Hell yeah, dude. Jelly on bread, baby. Let's go. All of that hassle, it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. We're scarfing that down. I don't know. Let's check out the garden. She said the cat would let us know if it wanted to be pet, so we'll just leave it. The garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? I don't know about this bush. There's a lot of gap here. I don't... It's looking sus. This, like, ancient Greek statue thing. I don't know. The vibes here are concerning. I see there's, like, a greenhouse or something. Also, we should save. We need at least one save. Alright. You know, let's explore. Let's check it out. Why not? Maybe we can use our, like, insight, empathy vibes to see something. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. Oh. Alright, I guess that's all we get for now. Okay. Not yet, then. Later. You head back inside and close the door behind you. Hi, Frou-Frou. Is it okay? Okay, never mind. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. Back away. I'm sorry. You back away from Frou-Frou, trying to not make any sudden movements. We're out of here. Sorry, honey. Congratulations. You've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? We're not checking the forbidden wings of the estate on day 1. That sounds sus. Let's settle into our room. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. Da-da-da. You stand at the entrance to your room. Take a nap, put your spare clothes in the dresser, check the closet. I mean, sure, whatever. Oh, what the? What? Okay. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. What, dude? Oh, pardon me. Oh, I put clothes on top of possum. He was trying to find the jelly. Oh my god. He's friendly. Oh, you know, maybe he's just a little dude. Pardon me, little dude. You gently close the door, leaving the marsupial in peace. This drawer belongs to the possum, and there's nothing you can do about it. He's just a little dude. I'm not gonna disturb him. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Okay, at least we tried another drawer. It's fine. He can have that one. That's okay. Dangerosu, why friend-shaped? Yes! He is not Dangerosu. He is so nice. Little dude. He didn't even bite us. He was just like, okay. Based off the state of the house, you wonder if you've been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. I'm going to assume yes. It would have been better. It would have been better just not to come here at all, but it's too late now, so I mean, whatever. Examine the painting on the wall. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you've barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Oh my god, if only I chose talk to animals! You're so... Oh my god, it's a disaster. Okay, I'm gonna have to replay this later. I'm already liking this, and this is just a demo. I'm probably gonna buy it while it's still on sale, and then the next playthrough, we're gonna have at least one with just... ranger animal friendship. It has to be that. I need to see the animal side of this shit. They're probably like, why is everybody dying in this room here? Like, it's gonna be a mess. I'm just on my peanut allergy run and like an empath, I guess. Oh god. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. God help us, who knows? Let's see. Check the closet. Sure. Oh, I love dolls. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Yeah, it's looking great. At least there's no bugs, I guess. I don't know if I should touch their shit, dude. I don't know. Pick up doll. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. Okay, interesting. Some relative's doll. You close the closet behind you. Look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. Oh dang, we're a gardener? Nice. That'd be a challenge. I'm sure it would be nice, but dang. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Ah, what a mood. Huh, yeah, you'd definitely do that. Just not right now. True. Alright, well, that's such a vibe. That is the dream. Have an old house on a hill with nobody there, with a nice garden, a fountain, some fish in it, and have some tea. But that's not us, unfortunately. We're gonna take a nap and pray that we're not gonna get attacked by a ghost or something. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. It could be like Baldur's Gate 3. The possum could fold your laundry. Oh my god, I'd love it. If this has as much animal interaction as that. That was one of my favorite things about playing a ranger and stuff, and that is just talking to the animals. Perfect. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. Well, rip, I guess. Alright, well, it doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. Oh god, I'm not doing that. I feel like she's gonna come back as soon as we're in here. She's gonna hate us if we check the Forbidden Wings, and it's gonna be a disaster. Or we die. So we're just gonna go to town. Whatever. Now that you're settled in, there's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. Maybe we check the Forbidden Wings after we gain her trust. But not day one. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially of how unhappy she seemed to see you. Forbidden nuggies? Oh my god. Is that the nuggies with the grape jelly? Oh my god. Ooh, sorry, taking a sip of my drink. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension, though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. I mean, it's looking a little gray or whatever, but you know, we like some mountains. We're some mountain people. Continue down the path. Finally, you made it back to town. Why is stuff boarded up? It's not. Okay, I hope it's just that one. Okay. The hauler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Okay. Oh, dog! Dog! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Hello? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Oh my god. Dog! So cute. I love Pug. She's so cute. Look at that face! Look at that little face! Oh my god. I should have taken talk to animals. Damn. Think she is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out and she's got a couple of weird growths, but for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, 17. That's incredible. It sure is. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? Yes, we love a dog lover, sporty girl. But what am I doing? I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You are in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yeah. Hi, I'm Malin. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I could think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her all alone up in that big house. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? Oh, she has a nickname? Mystical and keen eye. I don't know how she's doing. The real Tabitha's buried under whatever icy front she's putting on. Dang, if you have both, sure, let's go. We're going deep. I don't know how she's doing the, oh, fusion. Take a menu option that requires 2 traits. We love it, we're getting the achievements. I don't know how she's doing. The real Tabitha is buried under whatever icy front she's putting on. Whoever she is, I don't think many people get to actually see that person. She's always been a little rough around the edges, to be honest. It's always been hard to tell if that's just the way she is, or if she's just been putting on an act her whole life. To think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. I'm glad you're here. You being in town will probably do her good, even if she doesn't think so herself. Yeah, how long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. There's like 20 of us that live here. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. Yeah, I've only eaten a jelly sandwich. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee and they've got amazing biscuits, my treat. Okay, Stella's great, 10 out of 10. We're definitely going with her. Turn around and leave without saying another word. Nah. Hell yeah. Awesome, let's go. Yes, yes. Oh, there's actually people here? This place is actually full? I'm shocked. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. There's no rats. There's actual food. There's a pie. It's not moldy. Oh my god. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Okay. I'm okay. Hi. Hey. Yo. Hey everyone. I'm Mayloon, just in town for the funeral. Haha. Before anyone can respond, you and Stella casually slide into a booth, pretending the whole town didn't just gawk at you like a sideshow attraction. Okay. Alright. Looks like your entrance was a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Folks around here don't meet many strangers as is, and with who you're related to, well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. Bottomless coffee #1. Do you have to pay extra for the bottom of the mug? Oh god. That's funny. Oh god. That'd be too much. I'd be like, nah. Leaving a 1-star review on Yelp. Keen eye. As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of conversation around you. Let's listen. Let's check out these rumors, y'all. You hear about this bottomless coffee? They charge you for the mug. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, 2 policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet her. Looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. I always thought it'd go away when she finally got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. Sorry, I'm not arguing the point. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That's Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why she looks so sad. I would look sad too if I had to have Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Don't you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? I don't know. I'll find out next time I go visit Miss Tabitha. Are you gonna finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, Sweepy, and we gotta get home to help Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Sigh. Why are the strangers who wander into town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always coal boys, punks, and whippersnappers? Sorry, we're not... Okay. Lastly, a group of coal miners. Like, I thought I was a cute girl. I guess I'm just too young for him regardless. He wants a hot, I don't know, late 20s, early 30s chick. Blonde bombshell. Sorry. My bad. Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around the corner booth, rarely scarfing down heaping plates of food. All I have is my peanut allergy and empathy. I'm not good enough for him. So that's the boss's cousin. And there's that funeral this week, if I'm remembering right, for old Miss Perlan. May she rot in peace. Dang. Okay. Ooh, let the lady rest, Sax. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were. Especially before they've been so much as laid to rest. If you've been around her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Rodriguez. He's right. Nastiest woman I've ever met. That Tabitha is a blessing compared to her. Tabitha's a blessing? Oh, Lord. Okay. I guess she must have been real bad. Curse the whole lot of them. May every Scarlet burn in hell. I'm just here. That's enough of that. I just want some pancakes. Can I get some help? Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. Nice hair. Nice shirt. It's giving me like Tom Nook Animal Crossing vibes. I love it. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text box at any time. Oh well, that's what middle mouse is for. Anything for you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Well, thanks for not staring at me or whatever. Order a coffee, order a biscuit. Stella says she's buying, so I'll have one of everything, please and thank you. Oh, that's funny. I'm like, is this a joke? Is this rude? How about we start with some biscuits and coffee? No problem. Okay. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. One of everything, huh? Normally I'd love to, but I've got to head out in not too long. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Good for her. Well, I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. Must be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Okay. Is the potluck like a church thing? I'm like, I don't know. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out, dude. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? I don't know anything. Do you have something in mind? Something's telling me this is a loaded question. Sure, keen eye, go! Do you have something in mind? Something telling me this is a loaded question. Was I being that obvious? My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera, and it's always better when someone else is there to... Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Hey, Winnie wanted to give you a biscuit on the house. She sends her condolences. Oh man, some biscuits with... Oh god. I was gonna say biscuits and jam. I know we just had a jam sandwich, but man, some biscuit with some butter and some jam or some honey. Oh! Oh yeah, we go for that. Thanks, it looks great. Yeah. Mystical. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. A warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it is good. Divinity given buttery form. Hell yeah, brother. Not only a good flaky biscuit. I love that this is a mystical trait, too. Like, I don't think you need it to tell, but, you know, we've got that extra sense. That's 6 cents for food, baby. You take a bite, it melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Bless. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. I'm just like, you know, I got like 1 million followers on Instagram or whatever. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Oh, here we go. She's a tuber. Oh, wow. Oh, that's rad. What kind of videos do you do? Yeah. She hunts cryptids. Okay, I don't know what that is. You should really check out her channel, Mayloon. It's amazing. We love a good ghost hunting. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one? Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Oh my god, it's like a Bigfoot channel. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Keen eye. Despite the shaking camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and its relative body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one at that. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. What local wildlife sanctuary? We're in the middle of nowhere. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm not the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Oh, I'm the one who saw that thing with my own 2 eyes, sorry. Keen eye. Looks like a big cat. See, it's got those little kitty ears right there. Avery, maybe it's a mountain lion. No way. It's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. Okay, so like, I'm assuming there's haunted stuff in this game. I mean, usually I'd be like, okay, we have the paranormal investigator that's like too hardcore, but she's probably gonna be the person that like saves our life or whatever, or is like the only person to believe us when stuff's going down. So like, we gotta make sure Avery's good and hopefully not like dead or anything. So we're gonna stick with her. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some pet owners set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Oh boy, we get to be in the YouTube video? Okay. Now that the coast is clear. I'm going after Skunk Ape. Skunk Ape. Okay. You stinky! Oh my god. Interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Perfect. Stinky. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? Huh, that depends. Will Gretchen be there? That's the real question. Bring me the pug. Of course, it's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Alright, you got a deal, queen. Say no more, I'm in. It's easy. Alright. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll kind of be like a blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the whole gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Does it anyway. Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. Hope we take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Haha, yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Life is terrible. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? Why? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. Okay, kind of creepy, but whatever. Yeah, just bring her over. Like, is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, 10 years or so, but I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh, yikes. Oh, well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. Sure, yeah. Whatever. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. I'm sure it's not going to be sus. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. I feel like we're already beyond the first impression, but okay. Leave a tip. Leave a generous tip. You can't afford to leave a tip. Don't leave a tip. You didn't even spend any money. Okay, now that's rude. We had the best biscuit of our life. We have to leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. That's okay. Well, I guess you only got a biscuit and we didn't pay for it. You know, it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. Yes, my wealth of $5 to my name. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. I'm gonna be honest, I guess a $5 tip is a lot in these trying times. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. Yeah, the scenery. Dog. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. What could go wrong? You feel mystical, a sense of foreboding. Am I cursing myself, or is that just what's going to happen? Maybe that's fine, because I'll be alert. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which only seems natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. Yep, we're going in, lads. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and to not dwell too much on this strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. Man, that's a mood. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Are you really expecting to find anything out here? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Yes, let's believe in, you know, Bigfoot instead. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were people out there who turn into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, but if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's just hope all that's just bunk, am I right? Yeah. What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real. And they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. Like, oh my god. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Such a true. We're not alone out here, but everything is cut from the same cloth. What a vibe. Whoa, haha, you've got to meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? Yeah, let's ask. You know, just curious. Am I in danger? Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there's also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. Oh boy, the good old skunk spray. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. Yeah, I don't know if pugs are exactly the best rescue dog, so I mean, look at that face. I'd trust that pug, maybe. Maybe. She's precious. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was that time I accidentally stumbled onto Old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. Okay. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? I was like, hello? Can you explain? You know, I'm a little surprised to see you getting cold feet. I know we just met, but I had pegged you as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke, though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well. And these trails are a ways off from his farm. And if it makes you feel any better, I've been out on the trail with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the woods when he walks. We'll hear him long before he sees us. And the wildlife isn't anything I'd be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easily. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as can be. I even carry bear mace. Yeah. And if you're as prepared as you can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can have fun instead? I love this mindset, and I need to follow that more often. Why give in to your anxiety when you can have fun instead? Heck yeah. Anyway, all this is to say we're good. Don't worry. Okay. Let's go. Let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh. Hello? Oh, hey, are you Duke? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Ooh, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all head on back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Pulls out camera. Skunk Ape was my band's name in high school. Perfect. I think that'd be a 10 out of 10, like, punk band or something. That'd be great. Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Oh, putting the whole name on it. Put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I can help you out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned from the best. That you did, but I've yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. The chunkabungas. Big chungus. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and we can't afford to lose any more than that. I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. I know for a fact that what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been actual sightings since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed yet. Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Alright, good luck, Duke. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Mystical. As Duke's words leave his mouth, an existential dread begins to pull at your chest. Something is waiting for you deeper in the woods. Okay, good luck, Duke. Alright. Whatever it is, the 3 of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. Okay. There's something waiting for us deeper in the woods. just blurting it out there. There's something waiting for us deeper in the woods. Yeah, I know. I'm hunting it. Thank you, Duke. That's not what we made. What if it's not a mountain lion, though? What if it's... Oh, don't get started again. If your daddy could hear you now, going on about ghouls and goblins, using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. Cramps arguing in the YouTube comments in the middle of the night with no pants on, with only the light of his screen illuminating his room. Too familiar. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a disaster. What a big mood. You want to be his legacy girl? You want that to be his legacy girl? And besides, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. Big Betty! We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on top of it if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. Damn, is Big Betty like the massive chicken? The hen? Oh my god, perfect. You know how I feel about my chickens? I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. Apparently they ain't little, they Big Betty. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. We need the views, the consistency, Duke. You don't understand. Mystical. As Stella and Duke both root themselves in their stubborn insistence, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Something fated has been locked in stone. Somebody here is going to die tonight. Okay, cool. All right. Oh my god, I hope it's not the dog. If it's the dog, I can't. Oh god. Look at her. She can't die. Oh my god. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. We don't need to leave. We're all gonna die if nobody leaves. Why even try to warn them? Fate is fate. There is no resisting it. You know this. Thank you, mystical side. Now what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? Yes. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling I get sometimes. You know, a weird, bad feeling. It's never wrong. Are you, trying to say you're psychic or something? Signs point to yes. Don't count. It's just a gut thing. I wouldn't call myself psychic. Ask again later! Oh my god. That's funny. I don't know, dude. Signs point to yes. Whoa, what am I thinking right now? Ah, hush, you ain't psychic. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I let y'all go off in the woods to film your little video. Mayloon, I think you freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics, but if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Oh my god. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. I'm sorry, I'm not good at doing a deep, angry man voice. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna save. I doubt there's anything we could do. Somebody's gonna die, so you know, whatever, but we're going. I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. We're going. Never. And you don't have to worry about old Duke. He's never actually shot anyone. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Time for death. A path in the woods. Go on an adventure with your new friend. Adventure, yeah. Okay. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Mayloon, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we had to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Mystical. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you. Something unavoidable. Dun-dun! Alright, y'all. And I think it's about time for a short little break, because I need to get up and stretch. Use the facilities. So we're gonna go a little break for a couple minutes, and then we'll come back to our story. So everybody get some hydration, stretch your legs, and then we'll be just a minute or two, okay? So we will catch y'all in just a second. All right, y'all, and we are back. So alright, we had our little break. Hopefully everybody got some hydration, some stretching. I remembered to unmute myself this time, so good job, me. And alright, so back into the woods. We're gonna see. Oh, thank you, Tsuki. Thank you, appreciate it. We're gonna see what is lurking for us in the woods. Somebody's gonna die. I'm not gonna say I want Duke to die because he seems like a character, but if it's me, Stella, or the dog, I ain't giving them up, especially not the dog, so sorry, King. So what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. Yeah. Suki, how do you feel about this story so far? Are you, what are your thoughts? Oh my god, the dog does not need to go! And anybody else that wants to share their thoughts too that is here, I'm sorry. I'm just curious, Suki, since you're not one of our mods. Pugs are a testament to the arrogance of man. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, because they were not, we were not kind to them in that breeding process, I'm not gonna lie, but, you know, she's already here. We can't just snuff her out now. She already exists. Oh, you're already a little familiar with the game. Oh, okay, good. Okay, well, I hope that you're enjoying this then. I hope this has been entertaining and not, like, boring going through it again, but happy you're here. But yeah, I'm like, I didn't know like anything about this. I'm enjoying it so far. I love the vibe and the characters. Like I said, I have played, you know, a lot of Slay the Princess, which I know has a kind of similar, I guess, humor writing style going on. But I'm loving this so far. It's great. And I love the variety of stuff you can get with the conversations. I'm gonna have to redo this later with the animal run though, man. No peanut allergy, full animal, forget all the humans. That's it. Yes, I'm sure we will. Yes, I'm so curious. All right, Kenai, what's wrong is that it's quieter than it should be. The air is a little too still. The creature of the night a little too absent. These hills are stale. Dang. There's something wrong here. I mean, I feel like every time I said like, hey, it's not looking good, they're like, just, it's hard to take in with all that danger. There's something wrong in the air. It feels oppressive. Dark. You don't happen to mean stinky, do you? Not the stink. Do you think you're smelling the skunk ape? Oh yeah, definitely the stinky. Let's see. No, it's too quiet. This whole hillside feels, like dead. Now that you mention it, it is a little quieter than it usually is out in these parts. Maybe the skunk apes scared off some of the local wildlife? Maybe we're about to get wrecked right now? Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Oh. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. Oh my god, what was that? Haha, no need to panic. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. Okay. Run into the danger. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Hello? Okay. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Okay. Alright. I don't know what I was expecting, but, It's just a deer with some shit on it. Just don't worry about it. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. They don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? Oh, look at her. Look at that face. There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now you mention it, there was something a little off. Not the massive tumors or anything, I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor? It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing, but there's not much we can do about it. Okay. Why do you bring Gretchen with you? She doesn't seem to, like, the safest choice for a hiking companion. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. She's just a little potato. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around in the woods at 17. I guess the folly and arrogance of man. But she made it to 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? Huh. Well, alright, well I know we can't leave, so I'm ready for the hunt, baby. Put me in. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up and then we get right into the night's activities? Okay. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Unfortunately, it looks like there's peanuts in the tray. Oh, God. Why? Okay, at least she's got other stuff. We got apricots. Trail mix of extra M&Ms. Some other nuts. Oh, maybe it's just almonds. I don't know. What a disaster, dude. And edamame? Question mark? Okay. I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh, God. Oh, yikes. I'm so sorry. There are only peanuts in the trail mix, but I totally get it if everything being my backpack makes it all off limits. I'll be sure to keep that in mind next time. Oh my God, am I gonna die? Is it that bad? Am I that oh no. Oh no. Do I need it? I just have a biscuit and stuff, We're just gonna take it easy. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be to a creature, not to a nut allergy contamination. This would probably be a terrible place to go into anaphylactic shock. You're so right, Stella. God help me. It's probably a good time to take a bit of rest anyway. We've been hiking for a while now, and if we're lucky, things might get exciting soon. At least her peanuts aren't boiled and dripping all over the place. Got it. Oh no. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. Oh. So tell me what it's like in Townsville. Yes, the city of Townsville. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Mayloon. Oh. I'm actually like an elf, you know? Like, oh my god. You know. Why do you want to know? I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. I live in a doorless basement that floods whenever it rains. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. I'd rather... Wow, you got so many options. Yep, that'd be, live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I'm not staying with some sus people. It's a mixed bag. At first, it was kind of nice to finally have a space that was just mine, but now it feels cramped. It's like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come let me out because I chose this for myself, and as far as I know, I'm happy being there. The lights flicker, the toilet is constantly getting backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. I got a plant, you know, how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room. Well, when you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe it's a step sideways? Have you considered looking for a different place, or maybe finding a roommate? There's gotta be something better out there for you. I had enough bad roommates for a lifetime and this is cheap. I'm saving up for something better. You know, saving up for something better. I've been saving up for something better. Oh yeah? So what do you do for a living? Oh boy. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. Well, what a mood. I'm a streamer! Yes! We can go with the lore accurate. I build programmatic strat. I gotta go. I'm actually a streamer. I'm not even affiliated yet. Oh my god. Oh cool, that's neat. My friend Reese sometimes streams what he's working on. What sort of streams do you do? I played the video. I do art. I teach people how to cook. I play music. I mostly just talk to people. I feel like I do all of these things, but that's fine. We're playing video now. We picked that one. That's cool. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. Hell yeah. How do you like it? I wouldn't trade it for the world. Yes. Yes, squad. That's what we're here for. The vibes. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. Yeah. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Heck yeah. We have our humble little stream. I love it. Thank you again, everybody, for being here for this. Stella. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. Keenot. Ooh. For a moment, you think you catch something in the tree line from out of the corner of your eye, but before you can see anything, it's gone. Oh, God. I think I saw something out there. It might be Skunk Ape. Do your best so Lieutenant isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. Okay. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Oh, is it just you? Yeah, it's just me and Gretchen. My parents died a few years back. But it's okay, I've done my mourning. Life goes on, and we still get to live in our beautiful family home. Just me and Gretchen. It could be a lot worse. It's a mood. I'm sorry. My mom died pretty recently, I get. It's alright if you're going to talk about it. I'm like, is that okay? I guess we're both members of the Dead Bobs Club. I feel like this is just so just so straightforward. Hey, walk up to the Dead Moms Club. Like, oh my god. Sorry if you're going to talk about things. Aw, thanks. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I'm going to talk about it. It's kind of a mess, low-key. Terribly, to be honest. It wasn't a quick death. It took years, to the point that it was almost a relief when it finally happened. But then it sank in that she was really gone, that I was utterly alone. And then the hospital bill started to come in, so... Yeah, I'm not taking it well. Well, I can't even imagine how that bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. Hello? It's showtime. What a sound. Mystical. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen, but the events of this evening were already set in motion long before you stepped foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. Okay. Death comes. Jesus Christ! Pork chop sandwiches. There's no turning back now. There's something terrible out there, Stella. I'm like, oh god. Whatever it is, it's close. She's just so chill. I mean, here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this. Oh no, honey. Honey, no. You instill an inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks calls out from a nearby bush. Is it Big Betty? Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Hello? Oh! Okay. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. Okay, is everything just getting tumored up? But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. Looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. I'm getting Parasite Eve. It's giving Parasite Eve. Alright, right behind you. I was on board with this whole thing, but now that we found something, yep, we're going. We're going in. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Gretchen, no, don't go too far up. Ah. Oh boy. It's a mess. Ow. Oh god, the monsters got you. We're gonna die as she trips. Oh good, the monsters will get you first. Oh my god, we're terrible. I'm not picking that. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Yeah, that's an understatement. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. Do we? Ahem, it seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of a growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Gee, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? Oh, hey, Duke. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? But Birdie! Not Birdie! Birdie, oh no, what's happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus H. Christ. Yeah, all the animals are kind of having a bad time. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. Huh. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. Huh. Duke, we saw that thing that got a hold of her. Got it on camera, too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? Oh, yes, the good old tumor spreading like garden now. I'm like, it's a gnome! Oh my god. You know there ain't no such thing. Examine the chicken. Stoop down and look at the chicken. Yeah, it's poor baby. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Why do we still have her close to this thing? I don't want her to get infected. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Oh, gosh. The wing is still barely attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Whatever got a hold of her busted her wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. True. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once, and there's not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in there. Keen eye. Looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside. Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. Oh god. Do you think she's become an egg? Like one of those things going to pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Like, what are we supposed to do, man? I'm freaking the hell out right now. That's just like a Shaggy response. What do we do, man? I don't think it's a mountain lion that's getting on your chickens. This is just like that deer. Deer? What deer? We ran into one earlier. It had growths just like Birdie. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Oh, baby! Gently at first, barely a whisper, but then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. What the hell is going on? I think we should get out of here? Agreed, we've all had enough excitement. Come on, Birdie, let's get you home. Are you guys hearing this? She starts filming again. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded, the strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. Oh lord, it's like the sound of fear and hunger when like the boss is showing up and you can't run away. Oh lord. What in the hell is that? I'm just like getting flashbacks to the PTSD. You feel a tightening in the leash pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. Shoot him! Shoot him, Duke! Like, what the hell is that? Shoot that thing! The man hesitates, the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. The leash is drawn fully taut, and then there's a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises. No, Gretchen! Screaming and howling along with the din around you. No! Oh my god! You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen whines and barks, reaching a fevered pitch as another creature's malformed hands grasp at her. Oh my god. What's going on over there? My dog! As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, get your grubby little hands off my bird. I'm sorry, Duke. Gretchen is in danger, and I don't... She's probably already infected, I'm not gonna lie. I need to make a save, but... Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I need to go to Gretchen. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, what? Oh no, it's got the stinger thing too. Not the stingers again! Oh no! You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Thank you, Duke! King. Duke. Oh no. Oh no. Stinger. Poor trigger discipline. An unfortunate accident. Oh my god. Oh god, it's a disaster. Stingers! Where's my daughter? That's what I'm saying. I was like, I went for the dog. I have my dog. I've got my wife, I guess, Stella, and I need my adopted daughter. my child. Exactly. It's literally fear and hunger all over again. Okay, first things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great, okay. Step 2. What's step 2? Holy shit. Panic. Ayo, what the hell? Oh, Moonless? Yes, bless Moonless. Gretchen is basically Moonless. I cannot let her die. I'm sorry, Duke. I mean, we cannot fight these without a gun. Sarah, why did you do something? You stood there filming. Oh my god. That's kind of... I don't even know. Let's take some deep breaths and collect... I mean, hello? We call the cops. Do you have any signal out here? I know I don't. Look, we're going to have to run through the woods to reach a road anyway. I see we might as well chase after those things and get as much footage as we can. Oh, honey, ain't no way. You're going to see that? I mean, oh, God, poor Duke. I mean, I'm assuming he's dead, but it's like, yeah, let's just film. I feel like we got enough. Do we need more? Stella, you froze. If you go after those things and you pull that again. Yeah, Alright, okay, let's go. Yeah, we ain't, nah. I'm not risking the dog again. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Let's get out of here. I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable. You say nothing, continuing forward with a grim determination. Good lord, there's so many of them. Like, holy. We're almost there. Oh god. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they stopped following us. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha, and 13 text messages. Okay. Tabitha seems worried. Yikes, I didn't blow up my phone. You try and call Tabitha back, but go straight to voicemail. Okay. Text Tabitha back and yell that you're okay. Your message sits unread. Well, I guess it's something. What? Whoa, I think I'm in trouble. Oh, no. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Asgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's going to tell Bo? I guess now we wait. Yikes, y'all. Well, alright. I'm glad we at least have some control over the situation, but I would feel so bad doing that again, being like, yeah, just sack the dog. Like, oh my god. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. Oh, what in Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. No, there was more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they aren't human. And they killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But oh, okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Keen eye. You know Estella popped something out of the camera and slid it up her sleeve. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you, and, who are you exactly? That's Mayloon. She came into town ready for the funeral. Mayloon is in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. Make sure to hydrate. So true! Oh my god, so true. Hydrate break. Woo! Alright. Hoping I can do. Eventually, hopefully I can get some channel rewards so I can get people to just be like, drink some water! Drink some water! It wasn't never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. Okay. We love the enthusiasm. Like, it ain't wrong, but that's so messed up, dog. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. Oh, hell no, I would not be walking. Ain't no way I'd be trusting that. I don't know if I'd trust these two either if they're like, yeah, just leave the body in the woods, whatever, but you know. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. Oh, sorry, wrong way. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Oh, Mama Gretchen. Oh, Gretchen. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You're just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugsby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Keen eye. Stella is quiet and stiff next to you, back rigid as she stares out the window, jaw clenched. Hey, Stella. You good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. Yeah. I guess we just saw a man die. I don't know what to say either. I don't know. Looks to me like she's just got a bout of car sickness. Oh my god. These guys are useless. Must be why she thought walking home sounded like such a good idea. Guess whatever y'all sound in the woods wasn't as bad as an upset tummy. I'm sure she'll be right as rain once we get back down the hill, though she'd best try not to hurl in the meantime. I wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. Y'all better keep it together until then. Alright, officer. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just, get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was... I pee freely. Fox Mulder. My boy Mulder. Fox Mulder. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchen, and y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. You guys are useless. Don't call me or talk to my son ever again. Okay, bye. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Huh. Okay. I hope you mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? Yeah. That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Okay. We got trauma. I understand. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. Huh? They seem a little blasé about everything. Yeah. I can't believe they're waiting until the morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now. And what's worse is I think they implied that you're a suspect even after we showed them all that footage. Well, because I'm an outsider. I'm Fox Mulder. They don't know what to do with me. I'm screwed. The truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage, there are things out there in the woods, and something's telling me they're not getting away. Yeah, no kidding. It's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We gotta find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. Sure, why not? I feel like I don't know. I mean, it's not like I don't want to go, but I also feel like Tabitha might be... I don't know. I don't know. Does Tabitha even care? I don't know. Maybe she does. I doubt that there's any positive thing about this. She did, you know, call like 20 times. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. Well, when you put it like that, I guess it's fine. Sure, let's go. Awesome, yeah. Okay. Alright. Dog. I hope she's still awake. One second. Oh, sorry. Alright. Stella knocks on the door. Can I help you? Out of the corner of the eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Hello? I need an adult. Stella, I think somebody's watching us. She turns to look. Malone. Jesus. Welcome home. I'm sorry? Mystical. You're finally where you're meant to be? I'm sorry? Okay, before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. I love this atmospheric, like, John Carpenter music. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. Is this normal? You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Mayloon. Is it okay if we come in? We're kind of being chased by a bunch of freaks. You and Miss Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. There is something about her that's far beyond you, but you feel no threat, no malice. And then the moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. Ooh. And for goodness sakes, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. She gives tea. That's nice. She looks so cute. I love this design. It's nice. Good grandma vibe. Tea is life, yes. Oh, and she's got all like the drawers and stuff. Oh, this is perfect. I love this design. Gretchen's still looking. Just with her derpy face. I love it. It's nice to finally meet you, Mayloon. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. Has she? I think everybody in the diner was talking actual shit, but whatever. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who is that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. Okay. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. We love the flames of youth. Damn, I'm not gonna say about that. Okay. We need your help. Shit's been going down. Ah, yes. I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, they were useless! Yes, they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. I hope they show up on camera. Stella pulls out the card she'd swiped from her camera and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. What a disaster. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. Dum. Oh, Sybil having a reaction. Okay. Alright, I guess they show up. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. Uh-oh, T's going. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Time for tea! Keen eye. Kanika's door is covered with stickers, their edges frayed from recent but failed attempts to remove them. This is a childhood room someone was unhappy to return to. Uh-oh. Kanika? Come out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Okay. Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen. Who's a good potato? Everybody loves the potato. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? I just watched a man die. Oh my god. Hey. I'm Alien. I'm Fox Mulder, Tabitha's cousin. Oh, great. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's some of that crazy shit the kids have on the internet these days. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? Huh, yeah. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Mainlune and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine, really, I'm okay. Well, I'm not fine. Remain silent. You remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. Let's see what happened in the woods. You weren't supposed to see any of that? Yep. Yeah. You're not wrong. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Mainlune with this telly-po crap. I mean, I'll take anything for right now. It was all like we should be scared. Like, please. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead? Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident. Or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kanika, this is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw a chicken in our video. What was that growth? Yoinks. Keen eye. I saw something living in that chicken. I wonder if we were seeing some sort of parasitic larval stage, like they're really big doughy wasps or something. Ooh, that's gross. Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Mainlune get some rest. I ran her ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. You know, a little bit of some cardio. Thank God, let this miserable night finally end. I'm tired as shit. I'm ready to pass out. It was nice meeting you. We'll come back. Hopefully next time we'll meet will be a little less terrifying. We should all hang out this week, Kanika. Maybe we could even get Reese to chill with us. I could really use it, but for now, thank you both so much for everything. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. I want a nice neighborhood, Mom, that has just, like, tea everywhere. Oh, that'd be so nice. Bless. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Mainlune. Oh. Excellent iced or warmed, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alright, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? Yes, please. Well, this is me. Are you good finding your way back? I'm so concerned about going there by myself, but I guess, you know... Huh? We make a save. Nervously look back at the dark road behind you. No way, Meilu, not after the things you said to me tonight. I'll see you around? Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. You got it, pal. You begin a long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Continue down the path. Almost home. Continue down the path. Your salvation in sight. My salvation. This dingy ass manor. You make a mad dash to the door. That's so real though. Try the door. Was it open? Oh, good. Okay. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? You didn't even pick up when I called you back. I was upset. You've been ignoring my calls for hours. Okay. I saw horrible things tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and a lot of really terrible things happened. Ah, so you met Stella then. Oh, that explains everything, and she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Can you tuck me in? Okay. Good night. Alright. Maybe I should have told her somebody died, but I feel like that might be a little harsh right at the beginning, but no. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. You thoughtlessly stumble into your room, and before you even realize you're there, you're already collapsed onto the mattress, exhausted. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. Oh boy, that's the dream, isn't it? It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get any better, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. Oh boy. We get the intro now. Okay, let's go. I love the art style of this this game. Well, I guess just the artists in general. I love their style. Very cool. It doesn't look like anybody in this town is having a good time, I'm not gonna lie. I guess it's maybe not that surprising, but... oh gosh. Oh, little sheepies. Maybe those are lamb. I don't really know. Oh boy. Oh man, we haven't even seen anything like the coal mine yet. That's probably gonna be a disaster. I feel like every location here in this town is gonna be terrible that isn't like the diner or something. I think it's probably haunted. Freaks everywhere. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, let's go. I'm so intrigued. I'm like, dang, what a story so far. This has been great. You must be playing this episode 1 and the end of Scarlet Hollow's free demo. Oh boy, we got some achievements. If you'd like to continue your story, your saves will automatically carry over into the full game. Oh, perfect! If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Yes! Okay, yes, this is great. Explore, join the Discord, join our mailing list. Okay! This is awesome! Created by Tony Howard, Aries, and Abby Howard. This was great. Yeah, I love Abby's art. This is fantastic. Stay in the diner, eat biscuits is the only way to survive. That's what I was saying. The diner is the only safe place in town. Everywhere else is sus as hell. There's even freaks in the street just hanging out like, hey girl. I'm like, oh no. Oh lord. If I could just stay in that diner and eat biscuits and bacon. Oh yeah. I'd be ready. Oh, this is awesome, y'all. I really enjoyed this one. Very great atmosphere. I'm gonna put us back. We're gonna do a little transition here. Yeah, but that was super cool. I really liked this. So I know, Tsuki, you said that you had you're familiar with it. Have you beaten this this whole one before, or have you played through the whole game before, Tsuki, or done at least one run? Because I love this. Yeah. No. So our art was fantastic. I love the character writing, the music and sound effects, very atmospheric. I appreciate that it's not like a jump scare kind of horror novel, right? Like I'm not saying that I can't handle jump scares, but I feel like that can be a bit cheap and overused sometimes. So I'm glad it wasn't just 100% like that, right? And then more of like the atmospheric psychological horror. Yeah. Oh, you watched a friend play most of it. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I really like it. It's got a great vibe. I'm very curious what's going to be like. I don't know, like, is it a ghost thing, you know, or is it just some weird, like, ancient eldritch kind of thing going on? Or if it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, it's old, so I'm not expecting like a science experiment thing like Parasite Eve kind of stuff, but which that gets kind of weird too. But yeah, I'm very curious. So I'm definitely think I'm gonna buy that one while it's still on sale for sure, because I think it's still it's gonna be pretty cheap. So I enjoyed it. Awesome. Oh, great. I'm so excited. Let's see here. So yeah, well, great. And then the plan was also try Made Marion a bit. So I'm not sure how long the demo of that one is. Hopefully it's not gonna be like 3 hours, but I guess that was about two hours, a good portion for a chapter. So I guess we'll see what that's gonna be like. I'm gonna take another quick break for a minute to get some more hydration. I drank through my totally wholesome adult beverage earlier. I need to get some actual water now and stay hydrated with that in a smart way. So I'm gonna take a couple minute break. If you're all hanging around still, thank you so much for being here. I'll just be a couple minutes. Get up and stretch too. Get yourself some water. Grab a snack. Maybe some hot tea, you know. She had some hibiscus tea. I'm like, dang, that sounds kind of nice. So take care of yourselves for a minute, and I'll be back in just a few moments here, and then we'll check out Made Marion and then see how that is too. See if we've got a couple winners for this this demo session here. So be right back, y'all, and take it easy. Okay, y'all, and we are back again. So hope everybody had a chance to get a little break in, do a little stretching and everything. So now we're gonna get started with another visual novel. We'll see if we get through the whole demo. I'm not sure how long it is. I know it's already almost 10 o'clock, so but we're gonna keep going for a bit. Oh, thank you, Tsuki. Yes, thank you, appreciate it. So we're gonna get started with Made Marion. So this one is an Otome kind of romance, fantasy, drama stuff, which I'm excited to try. It looked really good visually and with the story. It's like a Robin Hood reimagining kind of thing, and you're being, you know, Made Marion, right? So we're gonna see how this one is. So let me transition us over there. Just 1 second. All right, turn off the music on my end there. All right, Has anybody in here played this one yet before? I, again, have not tried anything. I barely know anything about this. Just, it's Otome. Expect some romance and some drama, but less on the horror side, I'm assuming. So definitely a different vibe this time. So we're going to give this a shot, see how it is. New to you? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I appreciate some romance adventure, so maybe a bit of happier times, we'll see. Hey, Nani, no, I'm Roan, and here to welcome you to the Made Marion Enhanced demo. Don't mind me breaking the fourth wall. I was born Fae, so I have some special abilities. That's a mood. Our demo begins partway through the game. In the full release, you will play through a prologue that introduces you to Marion and shows how she got into this whole mess. Okay, we're jumping right in. But for now, we wanted you to have a chance to meet our attractive love interest as soon as possible. Okay. Just make sure not to load any demo saves when you play the full game or you'll miss out a lot. Okay. When joining the action as Marion finds herself in an arranged marriage to Lord Jeffrey, a man she's never met. Her father didn't even give her the chance to go out on the social circuit and see more of the world first. Rude. So true. First up, you'll need to choose which main path Marion takes. If she faces her destiny and agrees to marry Lord Jeffrey, she'll end up in Sherwood Forest and meet Robin Hood, his Lieutenant John, and his cousin Will, the Scarlet Blade. Will? If she decides to escape from her engagement, she'll end up in Nottingham and will meet the sage Mesa, the bard Alana, and the Chevalier Guy, and Lord Jeffrey himself. Those two paths are completely different stories, so you should try them both. But for now, pick one, and remember there are no wrong choices, except for that one bad end. Toodaloo. Okay, great. At least that's an option. You know, I feel like we're gonna go non-canon for now. I mean, I guess they're probably both canon, right? We're gonna fight our fate. We're Made Marion. We ain't gotta be forced into a marriage. It might be a disaster, but we'll go with the ladies. We can check traditional Robin Hood story later. Da-da-da. Escape in the night. All right. Good evening, milady. We will be right outside if you need anything. With that, the door to my comfortable Nottingham Inn room closed, and I was free to hatch my escape plan. Oh, we're so pretty. Look at this. I love this art. And like the bed setup and everything, the music, the vibe. Nice. Okay. I've been busy since I decided to flee my arranged marriage. Tiptoeing to the corners of my room, I opened my dowry chest and shifted the contents to reveal the supplies I'd hidden under a false bottom. So is our bottomless mug back at it again? One workday outfit so I wouldn't stand out on the streets of Nottingham. This a workaday outfit? Okay, we're looking pretty fabulous. I feel like we'd still stand out, but you know. Oh, that's funny. One set of false papers naming me Lady Anne of Tewkesbury, a lesser noble fully qualified as a Lady Chamberlain. One dagger, a sad replacement for the sword I was unable to bring. And one long braided rope, suitable for climbing out the back window. Oh yeah, we're ready. I readied myself as I waited for the inn to become more boisterous in the night. I checked my money pouch, tied it around my waist, and hidden beneath my skirts. I took out a letter that refused the marriage and stated that I was not to be pursued, though I had no illusions that it would be obeyed. At least my father and Lord Jeffrey would know my wishes. I placed it carefully on the end table. I secured the dagger in a sheath at my belt and stowed my papers in a button pocket. I tested the rope for weaknesses or frays. There were none. I checked out the window to see a sheltered alley that would hide me well. Good. I spent the next while attempting to relax on the bed, though in truth my entire body was quivering with nervous anticipation. One wrong move and my entire plan would be ruined. It had always been a risky plan to escape. Yeah, fancy garments. I'm like, okay, if that's our day-to-day wear, I'm like, okay. I'm out here like, oh, I got some sweats on or something if I'm trying to blend in, but hey, maybe that was how it was then, you know. It had always been a risky plan to escape from the heart of the very town that was ruled by my unwanted fiancé. But our carriage route had been rural and direct. It was miracle enough that I'd convinced my father to allow me to arrive in Nottingham a day earlier than expected, in order to help me soothe my nerves before meeting Lord Jeffrey, or so I'd said. Thus, I prepared to creep out of my inn, hide myself in a smaller, cheaper establishment, and slip out of town via carriage at first light. If all went well, I'd be gone before anyone had raised the alarm at my disappearance. People. I heard the sounds of caressing from the dining room below, and knew it was time to be off. Night had fully fallen, and there was enough noise to cover my escape. There they go, being boisterous. I secured one end of my rope to a sturdy sconce that was bolted into a beam, tugged it hard to test it, then I took a deep breath, opened the window, and tossed the rest of the rope free. I needed to do this before I lost my nerve. Time to blow this popsicle stand, yeah! We're out of here. I got my rope, my skirts, I'm ready to go. I kilted my skirts around my waist and gingerly hoisted myself out the window. You can do this, Marion. It's only the second floor. I'd be frightened. I don't know. I've never tried to hop out of a second-story window before, but, you know, hey. Wait, that's cool. Shaking slightly, I grabbed the rope and lowered myself onto it, using my sturdy traveling boots to prop myself against the outer wall. I heard the wall sconce creak. I froze and listened. No sounds from my room. No alerted guards. I slowly let out the breath I'd been holding and continued my descent. After what felt like an eternity, my feet touched the ground. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. We got crickets, the cats, the horses. Oh, okay. I'd done it. Now, which way should I? Oh, excellent job, my lady. I've always admired your courage. I don't even know what this voice is going to be. Startled, I wheeled around to see the last person I'd expected. Theo, I don't even know who you are with your cut-edged face. He accompanied me back to Nottingham to face the music with his family. I thought he'd gone home. Instead, he was standing at the entrance to the alley, one hand on his sword pommel, and that tone he'd taken with me. That was not the Theo I thought I knew. Why are you here? I'm afraid I can't let you slip off into the night like that. You? Why? You have no loyalty to my father. You're right, I don't. He fell silent for a moment, regarding me with a kind smile that held just a touch of regret. Listen, Lady Marion, he's not who they all say he is. He's a good man. He'll take good care of you. And he once... Enraged, I pulled my dagger from its sheath and shouted over him. You work for Lord Geoffrey? All this time you've been spying for him. You weren't driven away from Nottingham at all. Does this beloved husband of yours even exist? He does. That part is true. And our families really don't approve. That's a mood. Theo's shocked and saddened reaction was genuine. It didn't make me feel any better. I just learned that he knew the best lies were those laced with one's genuine story. I feel like we're just in some drama here. I'm like, I don't even know like half the context, but okay. Just let me go. I started to back away slowly, dagger up for protection, watching his posture for the slightest aggressive move. I saw his body tense, readying to draw his weapon. Still, he put his free hand out in a placating gesture. Come now, you know you can't win against me with that pig sticker. Just come quietly and I won't have to... No! As I yelled my defiance and prepared to defend myself as best I could, I caught the slightest motion out of the corner of my eye. A small round object flew towards Theo's feet. Oh! Smoke bomb! We have those here? There was a loud pop and the sound of hissing as smoke flooded the alley. I had just enough time to close my mouth so I didn't breathe it in, but not enough time to run before the smoke overtook me as well. I heard a racking cough and knew Theo hadn't been as lucky. Oh, creepers! Quick, take my hand! A harsh whisper broke me out of my confusion and a hand grasped at mine. This must be the smoke weapon thrower. You smoke weapon thrower! Who could have possibly appeared to save me? My better sense should have told me to be suspicious, but in my panic I took the only lifeline I was given. I clung to the proffered hand, which tugged me in an unknown direction. My eyes gradually cleared as we raced through Nottingham's back alleys. My rescuer pulled me along, forging ahead with impressive confidence. It was as if they could see clearly in the dark. They were tightly bundled in a long cloak. I couldn't tell by their build if they were a man or a woman. But they must be a love interest. The world quieted around us as we passed out of the entertainment district. I heard the light slapping of their sandals against the cobblestone. I began to feel nervous that this unknown person was leading me so far afield. I tried to slow down, but they didn't seem to get the hint. Hello, you're leading me far afield? I tugged backwards on their arm. They slowed slightly and turned their head. I saw the dim silhouette of a shadowed face. We can't stop yet. He'll be after us soon. He'll set the whole guard on us. That urgent half-whisper didn't give any information about where we were going. I had no idea if I should trust this person or if by following along I was simply jumping from the kettle into the fire. We're going. I have no other choice. This situation may have been suspicious, but I could sense no malice from my rescuer. I had no idea where I was anymore, and every reason to believe that Theo had indeed sent the guards after me. Where are we going? I did my best to ask in a whisper loud enough to reach the person tugging my hand. Out of town. I live in the woods near here. In the woods? Like a child-eating villain from folk tales? Oh, that's pleasant. This night was not going as planned, that was for certain. But what other choice did I have? At least my suspicious woods dweller had acted in my interest thus far. That was more than I could say for Theo or whoever might be lurking about in Nottingham's alleys at night. We kept up as a steady jog as I was led unerringly along, and I was glad for all the training I'd done in Glastonbury. My rescuer seemed to possess a good amount of stamina as well. They skidded to a stop, and I nearly crashed into them as they flung one arm across my chest, pushing us both back against the wall. Blast it all, they're guarding the north gate already. I peered around my companion to see that the alley in which we crouched had opened up into a large square with a city gate at the far end. There were indeed more guards than I'd expected at the gate, and they looked quite watchful. This way. I was led around a few corners into a small forested park. Well, that's nice. Very, magical looking. Okay. I was led around a few... Oh, sorry, we're there. I hope it's still open. We threaded our way through the trees, the moonlight barely filtering through their branches. Still, my guide walked with complete confidence, so I followed their steps as well as I could. I'm gonna turn down the ambient noise a little. At least for me, it's a little... Like, these animals, they're... like, these crickets, I'm like, oh, Lord. Alright, here we go, sorry. Still, my guide walked with complete confidence, so I followed their steps as well as I could. I'm sorry if y'all need the atmosphere. The trees cleared to show the city wall in front of us. My guide muttered something I couldn't quite catch under their breath. It did not sound happy. There's an old gate there, but... I stepped forward and made out the shapes of some extremely overgrown bushes in front of me. I reached out to touch them and... Ouch! Blackberry brambles. No good. I don't suppose you have a torch buried in that cloak. I'm afraid that would be inadvisable. I caught a hint of humor in my companion's melodious voice. Ooh, melodious. I looked around, squinting in the dark. Were there any other options for getting around the wall? I thought I saw a tree growing relatively close to it. I imagine it was only a matter of time before the Nottingham Guard remembered this hidden way out of the city. I needed to be decisive. I don't know. I mean, do we have anything to hack through the brambles? We got our little dagger. We got stamina. We've been training. We can climb a wall. Maybe? I don't know. This way. I led my companion to the sturdy tree I'd been growing near the wall. From close up, it looked fairly climbable. Huh, can you climb? Yes, sir, I think. Oh, no. I chose to interpret that as a vote of confidence for my plan. My rebellious childhood was about to bear fruit! Yes! Follow me, alright. Okay. I feel like this guy did not have confidence in this. I reached up and tested the strength of the lower branches. They seemed sturdy enough, so I pulled myself up. It wasn't quite as easy as I remembered from when I was smaller, but I managed. Climbing as a child is way easier than climbing as an adult. At least for me. I don't know. I can't climb a tree anymore, y'all. I climbed a bit higher and watched as my companion struggled into the tree. Sandals didn't seem like the ideal footwear for grip against bark. Still, they made it. I heard them exhale sharply. Will you be alright? Don't worry about me. This is a good idea. Is it? Okay. Alright, tell me if you're having trouble. I carefully picked my way up the tree, untangling branches from my skirt from time to time. At one point, I heard a tearing sound and a mumbled expletive below me, but no complaint. Hey, who put all these brambles here? Finally, I reached a sturdy branch that stretched over the top of the wall. My arms shook as I felt the tree tremble under my weight, but I managed to shimmy out far enough to drop onto the wall. I crouched on top of the stonework as I watched my companion struggle up onto the final branch. How do I get over there? See that big branch? No, to your left. Yes, that one. Crawl out onto it, then jump onto the wall. It's easy. I began to lower myself down the wall so that they'd have room. Alright, I can do this! Yes, you can do it. Maybe. Wait, not yet. It was too late. I saw them barreling toward me in a flurry of quivering branches. Oh god, what a disaster. They leaped down from the tree, completely out of control, and bowled me off the wall. We're doing great. It literally could not be any easier. time seemed to slow down. I felt myself falling, and my wide eyes took in the sight of the darkened figure above me, limbs flailing, yelling something incomprehensible. We thumped to the ground, and I felt the singularly unpleasant sensation of the air being knocked out of me. I'd landed on my rear, thank goodness, but my companion had crashed down on top of me. Oh no. I gasped and wheezed as they hastily scrambled off me. The world was spinning. I must have been hallucinating slightly, because my companion's hood had fallen, and for a minute it looked like their hair was glowing. Ooh, fantasy companion? They hastily replaced the hood, apologizing all the while, as I fought to fill my lungs with air. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm such an idiot. I'd never done anything like that before, and, are you okay? I held up one hand to signal that I needed a moment. They gently clasped my shoulder, offering me support. We had a good old anime moment of just crash on top of the other person. After a few painful moments, I managed to get my breathing under control. It's alright. Who's next? I sucked in a large gulp of air and felt my thought patterns return to normal. So, we're out of Nottingham. What now? Who are you? A friend, I assure you. Let's be on our way and we'll talk once you can have a seat. You don't look in the best of shape. I'm so sorry. It's alright. I'd rather be a bit roughed up than captured by Lord Geoffrey's men. Thank you so much for your assistance. Our trek through the woods was fairly uneventful, save for the low, throbbing pain in my stomach, legs, and shoulders. Dang, we got walloped a little bit. Okay. My companion slowed down and was taking extra care to ensure I didn't trip over any roots or rocks in the dark. Finally, we approached a clearing that housed a small cottage, dimly illuminated by moonlight. It was flanked by a stream, and a water wheel turned industriously from a shed at its side. I love the environments of these games, man. I'm like, the artists always do so good. I'm like, I want to live in these places. Maybe not the abandoned mansion unless it's fixed up, you know, but like this one looks pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Home sweet home. Please come with me. They took my arm as we crossed the building's threshold. It was pitch dark inside, so they led me onward and sat me down at a small table not far into the house. Sit, please. Now just let me find... Aha! I heard a clinking sound and an oil lamp sputtered to life, illuminating my rescuer at last. Oh, hello? Fancy? Illustration in progress, sketch version. Oh, okay. I mean, hey, it looks nice already. Only a few times in my life had I met a person whose looks drew me in, making me catch my breath with wonder. This was one of those times. The person before me looked like a living work of art. Let's lower the text box. We get the whole thing. I love the jewelry. What's the like finger jewelry? Okay, we're looking fancy here. Although I still couldn't tell if they were a man or a woman, I loved the balance of their features, their elegant brows, high cheekbones, and ever so slightly mischievous smile. Roar, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, ooh, looking good. And we're always down for some purple vibes. Hell yeah. Okay. Or perhaps it was simply the energy they exuded that suggested they were comfortable with themselves. The fact that their hair was indeed emitting a light lavender glow barely even registered. I mean, yeah, I'd maybe be a little distracted too. I'd be like, oh, hello. Either way, I felt a stab of embarrassment as I realized I was staring wide-eyed at my rescuer. My appreciation of their form was warring with my worry that I'd mistake their gender and say something unintentionally offensive. Oh, look, they're so fancy looking. Look at this. I love this. The color palette, the vibe. This is so great. Perfect. Welcome, Fate Bearer. You'll be safe here. Fate Breaker. Oh, I'm sorry, Fate Breaker. The question whipped through my head as I tried to act like a normal person and not a flustered fool. Couldn't be me. Sorry. I do find a dramatic greeting is useful in my line of work. You're... clever, mysterious, fashionable, or perhaps Niberian? They dragged out the vowels in Niberian with dramatic flair, seeming to expect a frightened response. I knew that for many Avalons, this would be the face of the enemy, but that wasn't what I'd been thinking. Okay, rival enemy faction question mark? Not really. You're not my first Niberian. Oh, okay. I still couldn't get my words out well, and I realized the implications of what I'd said the moment those elegant brows raised in amusement. I was gonna say, it's like, honey, don't say it like that. I mean, no, not like that, but I'm sorry. What should I call you? My name is Mesa. Pleased to make your acquaintance. They claimed my hand and kissed it, still giving me that maddening smile. The name wasn't helpful. They were really going to make me ask it, weren't they? I'm sorry, are you a man or a woman? At least we're being straightforward. I squeezed the question out double speed. I'm sure my face was beet red in embarrassment, but they merely chuckled in response. It was a lovely, gentle sound. Oh, that? You can say I walk between. I paused in thought. We Avalons were taught that the world was composed of opposing balanced forces, light and shadow, human and fae, man and woman, and yet I knew all too well it was impossible to fully fit into ordered categories in that way. I was a woman and happy to be so, but my preference for so-called masculine activities had caused me no end of trouble. Yeah, climbing those walls and stuff. Terrible. And Mesa wasn't Avalon at all. Learning that someone could be neither man nor woman was only the first of many things I'd imagine I'd discovered on my adventures far from home. And they do seem very ethereal, so I wouldn't even be surprised. But wait, you knew all along I wanted to ask that, didn't you? It would hardly be the first time. I must admit I'm endlessly puzzled by how much you Avalons care about these things. I lowered my eyes in embarrassment. I'm sorry, I just didn't want to say the wrong thing and offend you. It's all right. I apologize for having a bit of fun at your expense, milady. Ah, yes, I'm Lady Marion of Glastonbury. It's good to meet you, and thank you for everything. Oh, but you shouldn't thank me yet. It's about to be a mess. Mesa bustled away and started rummaging through the kitchen. They returned with a basket full of medical supplies. I caught the scent of alcohol as they rubbed some kind of substance on their own hands, then reached into a small pot to get some ointment. It smelled a bit different than the druidic poultices I was used to. Having smeared the ointment on some bandages, they looked expectantly at me. May I? Of course. I was used to the ministrations of servants and answered automatically, but quickly realized that this person was decidedly not my servant. Once again, I felt myself flushing in embarrassment as they lifted the hem of my skirt and deftly applied bandages to my abused legs. Oh my. The touch of their long, gentle fingers made my pulse speed up once more. I'll take some ointment from you, Mesa, you know. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have to do this. It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you for your assistance at the wall. I'm good at many things, but I admit that physical pursuits are not counted in their number. Oh, you're welcome. I sat in awkward silence as Mesa finished applying bandages to my arms and legs. It would be normal in Nibiru for me to see your stomach as well, but I believe that's considered a bit too improper here. Remind me to give you something for yourself before you go to bed. Relieved, I nodded, and Mesa put away their medicines before grabbing a chair and sitting across from me. Now, my dear Fatebreaker, shall we discuss what you are to do from here, or are you too weary? Fatebreaker, you've called me that twice now. Why? It sounds like I might be a protagonist. The cheeky smile returned with a vengeance. I thought you'd never ask. You see, my dear, I am a sage of no small talent, and you have been a disturbingly regular feature of my visions for some time now. What? Do you know of Niberian sages? Of what we can see? We call everyone who crawls out of a tower that. Fatebreaker, I see you've escaped the tower! Oh god. They have like stickers or like badges waiting for people to get out. It's like, oh yes, here you go. Do you know of Niberian sages? Of what we can see? A bit. I've read what I can. The future is a misty thing, of course, but our honored ancestors in the stars grant us glimpses of what's likely to happen. Wow! I made up 3 whole times! Oh my god, that's funny. I nodded. Did I believe? I wasn't sure, but I understood that at the very least. Nibiru's sages had given our army a great deal of trouble during the war. To be frank, Nottingham is in grave danger, and for some months the only futures in which it is rescued from that danger involve a certain young lady who is brought here against her will. A certain young lady whose face has become clearer and clearer over time. We're going to save Nottingham. The sage reached out and gently took a lock of my hair in one hand. I found myself failing to object to the overfamiliarity. She's quite lovely, by the way. Lively hazel eyes, flowing brown hair, an adorable mole. Oh, I do have an adorable mole. I mean, she, not me. I'm not her. She has an adorable mole. She's overly courageous and a good hand with a sword. I fear she may even be devastatingly intelligent, though it's difficult to see such qualities clearly in a vision. Mason knows all the right things to say. I'm like, dang, okay. They let my hair slip through their fingers. I let out a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding and tried not to let the flattery affect my better judgment. Alright, what kind of danger is this? Nottingham is a troubled place facing quite a few problems. I'll be happy to acquaint you with them if you decide to stay. My visions are unclear on all the details, but in many I see Prince John himself riding here with his army to occupy the city. There's a darkness in him that bodes poorly for the people here. Ooh, sorry, I need some water. Prince John, it had been years since an Avalon monarch had brought their own army to bear against a holding. In a nameless darkness? I knew the Prince Regent wasn't popular, but that was worrisome. I paused and sorted my thoughts. I see. Then why are you calling me Fatebreaker? The easier path to follow would have you agree to that marriage, yes? You chose to fight your fate instead. Hell yeah, we did. In Nibiru, we call folk like you Fatebreakers. It's exciting. There are so many possibilities now. Oh. Alright, but then how? They hold up a forestalling finger, and I half expected them to press it to my lips, but they restrained themselves. Ah! No. That's the best part. Just be yourself. Follow your heart. I can give you some guidance later, but will you stay? I happen to have prepared the perfect disguise, so you won't have to worry about being discovered. They knew about my sword skills, they knew about my arranged marriage, they'd known where to find me when I snuck out of the inn, when I hadn't told a single soul the details of that plan. I suppose I could trust that Mesa was a genuine sage. Still, this was too soon. My head was still reeling from all the events of the night. Not to mention that tumble on the wall. Well, there's no pressure. It's simply the fate of this entire region resting on your decision. Okay! Thanks for that no pressure statement. I narrowed my eyes at them. This Mesa was a charmer, all right, and drove a hard bargain. I imagined my original plan, which would have me searching the countryside for an obscure lord's household to run, if I could even escape Nottingham at this juncture with Lord Geoffrey's guards searching for me. I sighed. I'll consider it. What is this foolproof disguise of yours? Oh, most excellent. I hope it's not like not like Apothecary Diaries or something. Let's just put some moles on your face. Just put some freckles on there. Put some dirt on it. They'll never see you. I'm sorry. I do love Apothecary Diaries. It's just funny. I am sorry for the rush, but I fear we should square away your disguise in case they come by here on their search. I'm afraid they do know where I live. We'll just need to, They reached down into the basket of medical supplies, pulled out the last thing I'd have expected to see in there, and plunked it gently down onto the table between us. A geostone? What exactly are you proposing? Oh, we have a glossary! Oh, I'm so dumb! I can click on this stuff. Okay, well, we're learning. A stone infused by a druid of shadow that has the ability to enforce a geas? A magical prohibition generally used to guarantee a secret. A druidic geas can only affect a person's words, not their deeds. Okay. Just a simple pact to keep each other safe. This has to be good. I don't enter the geas without an excellent reason. Mesa nodded solemnly, all mischief and merriment erased from their face. I will vow to tell no one of your identity, and you will vow to tell no one of the way I propose to disguise you. You may still freely decide whether to accept the disguise. That seemed odd. I certainly seemed to have the advantage in that deal. Full protection from the disclosure of my identity, even should Mesa be coerced or tortured? What could possibly be so secret about a disguise? Oh god, they gonna put me in a fursuit? I guess we're gonna see. Nothing against that, that's totally fine. I don't sense a trick here. I don't suppose you can tell me why you need to hide this disguise method of yours. I'm afraid not, except to tell you that it could ruin me if word got out. My curiosity was getting the better of me, and I couldn't see a downside. I only hoped this disguise would be worth it. Alright, I'll do it. The genuine smile I received warmed my heart. In the age-old Avalon ritual, we placed our palms on either side of the Gia stone, our fingers interlocking, except this time I was binding myself in a magic vow to a stranger, a Niberian. A small thrill of excitement ran through me at the trespass against tradition. Yeah! Ooh, fancy animation. Okay. We're bonding! The stone glowed, and I felt the druidic magic with which it had been infusing flowed through my hands, up my arms, and into my body. We spoke the words with solemnity, careful not to introduce anything extra that could cause a magical loophole. I, Marion, was not to speak of Mesa's abilities where anyone else could hear of them. and Mesa was not to speak of my true identity to any other living soul. It was a gentle tingle that settled into my mind with deceptive softness. In truth, the kiss was like an iron binding. It is done. I nodded. Mesa took a deep breath. Now my offer, Lady Marion, if I may, I would like to shapeshift you. Oh! You what? Mesa waved their hands to forestall my panic. It's not permanent, I promise. There's a command you can shift back any time. Disguised person, yes? I stared. You're not just a sage. Mesa looked sheepish. You've, read a bit about my country? Make sure to get talk with animals. Oh, God. Shapeshift into a mountain lion with talk with animals. That's the dream. I mean, it is druidic magic, right? I guess it would make sense if we are gonna wild shape now, I suppose, basically. I'm dying. Oh, no. What little I could. What do I know? Knowledge of Nibiru. A voracious reader, Marion has read what she can about secretive Nibiru. She knows some basic political information about the nation, but very little about its culture. A reclusive, closed-off kingdom on the continent to the east of Avalon. Known as the Twilight Kingdom, its people are semi-nocturnal and practice a celestially based form of ancestor worship. Okay, cool. We'd love to see it. I see the nighttime vibe with the design. I love it. You're one of the 13 great sages of Nibiru. Nobody else can practice shape-shifting magic. Ooh. I recited the fact, dead voice with shock and confusion. What are you doing here? The 13 great sages were Nibiru's greatest treasure. They weren't even allowed out of the royal palace compound, much less able to take up residence in a town the next continent over. I ran away from the Red King. I would not be used as a tool to slaughter innocents. Red King, comic nickname for the previous king of Nibiru, Nazaratus, who orchestrated the Nibirian invasion 7 years ago. He was deposed by his own people, who rebelled against the draft and the high morality rate of the war. Okay. Or high mortality rate, sorry. I would not be used as a tool to slaughter innocents. I've been hiding here, but then when he was overthrown and the war ended, right when it might have been safe to return, he saw the visions of danger, of me. Oh, sorry. Oop, return. Yes, and the people here have been good to me, by and large. Welcomed me. Let me stay even when Nibirians became the enemy. Well, there were arguments, but anyhow. They shrugged off that tangent and looked me in the eye. Lady Marion, will you transform? Not even that man we ran from this evening will recognize who you are. You can stay here safely and save Nottingham. Perhaps even all of Avalon. Can you at least tell us what we're going to transform into? Am I going to be like a cat or something? Another cute girl? I still don't understand why I'm supposed to be important. I'm not marrying Lord Geoffrey. My false papers say I'm just a minor noblewoman. I'm nobody now. My dear, if there's one thing I've learned as a sage is that nobody is nobody. Their kind eyes were my undoing. I'd wanted an adventure, hadn't I? I'd wanted to live my life on my own terms. Maybe this was my chance. Yes, take the chance. Become a shapeshifter. And besides, I'd run away from an unwanted marriage, not from my responsibilities as a noblewoman. If Nottingham needed me somehow, would I be able to forgive myself for leaving it to suffer? Probably not. Alright, I suppose we should do it now. What should I do? You, my dear, simply have to sit back, relax, and clear your mind as much as you're able. I will channel the energy, but your form will come from you. Oh, so do we like... Is it like the heart of the cards situation? We just get something? Okay, cool. Perhaps it is a you that you've been curious about. Perhaps you will look a bit like someone you respect. You may imagine a form, or let it come together from your deeper mind, whichever you like. I nodded, a bit frightened, but intrigued nonetheless. Oh, I hope we get to kind of choose. Alright, go ahead. Mesa moved behind the chair in which I'd been sitting and placed a hand on each of my shoulders. Oh my. Close your eyes now. Just relax. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. As my thoughts drifted, I found myself picturing a walk through the woods with my best friend. Evelyn was so many things I desired and admired. I saw her so clearly, with her gorgeous white blonde hair, her fuller figure, her flawless skin. As long as we're not a derpy pug, that would be perfect. You go from being this just literally model to just like, oh my god. I would love that. That would be great. Oh, I mean, we're still cute. We're just, I'm assuming we look like our best friend Evelyn or whatnot. Dang, no pug. The pug dream is dead. I felt a soft warmth travel through my body, as though I'd slipped beneath a blanket on a chilly autumn night. Mesa's hands left my shoulders, and they cleared their throat. It is done. Would you like to see yourself, my dear? Oh, yes, I would. Mesa went into a room across from the kitchen and returned with a handheld mirror. I gasped in recognition at the face I beheld there. I really do look a bit like her. We could be cousins. Oh, okay. It's not 100%. Someone you love? Very much so, my best friend in the world. She arranged for my false papers, and according to them, I meant to be a relative of hers. Oh, this is perfect. I can stay here. Ooh. It was probably the late hour and the rush of adrenaline from all the events of the day, but I didn't feel strange despite looking so very different. It helped that I shared some features of Evelyn, who was such a comfort to me. Honestly, a pug probably would have been safer. Nobody would assume ever that you would be a disguised princess as a pug, but I guess this'll do. Now, should you wish to change between your true self and this form, simply say the sacred word, Surcat. 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 Oh my god, we're dying. Whee! Alright, yep. Magical girl transformation complete. Surcat. I let the foreign word roll off my tongue a few times until I was certain I could say it relatively well. Oh, and do be careful around druids. They won't be able to tell that you're transformed, but some may sense a strange aura about you in this disguise. Are we gonna be able to tell who's a druid? I mean, maybe they'll look kind of woody, I don't know. I somewhat heard that comment, but was half distracted as I looked down at my now larger bust. Oh, a question occurred to me. Mesa, how is it that my dress still fits? Ah, well, matter, that is. The pieces that come together to make everything in the world is more flexible than you might think. We got extra molecules, boys! They had an enthusiastic look on their face, like Alvin would when he was expounding on philosophy. But then they shook their head and their expression went back to normal. Who's Alvin? Marion's sword instructor and sometime lover during her youth. Oh, okay. You will meet him in the prologue of the full game. Okay. Thanks, Alvin. But we should get you to bed. I have a spare room that you can use, and tomorrow we can go into Nottingham and you can learn more about our little conundrums there, yes? Mm-hmm. The next morning, I left the small but cozy guest room and was treated to the full spectacle of Mesa's cottage. Silken fabrics hung everywhere, and the spots that weren't flamboyantly decorated were covered with odd botanical tableaus and scientific equipment. At least it seemed to be scientific equipment. It wasn't the alchemical tools or druidic runestones I was used to seeing. It did feel a bit awkward, walking around a different body, but I was excited at the prospect of being able to leave my old life behind. Who would believe I was Marion of Glastonbury now? I like this room, this is cool. Very nice open windows, all the little alchemical fixings, some fruit even. Dang, we're living life. A bespectacled Mesa fed me a lovely breakfast of scones that they'd been given by a client as a payment. Once we were full of baked goods and light conversation, they suggested a plan for the day. Oh, they got glasses on now. We got a Ming on it. Oh, this is great. Perfect. I thought perhaps we could let you get acquainted with the town for a few days, and then do a reading that will help you decide what you wish to do next. That sounds like a good plan. Ah, you should call me Lady Anne when we're about. A good assumed name. I believe there are 5 Lady Annes among my clients alone. We smiled at each other and began to prepare for the day. Perfect. Ooh, pumpkins. Some hours later, my eyes swept over Nottingham's bustling marketplace. I'd never before been able to enjoy a market on my own, and without an entourage of guards and a queue of merchants trying to make deals with my household. It seemed so much more fun this way. Secure in my anonymity, I took my time browsing stalls, examining trinkets, and appreciating the local produce. I didn't see anything unusual at first, but slowly some odd details caught my eye. Several merchants had their money boxes displayed prominently at the front of their stalls. The boxes were secured with heavy locks and chained to the stalls themselves. Even stranger, those merchants did not seem to be able to go into their boxes for change. Why in shadow would anyone want a system like that? I also saw an unusual number of guards patrolling the marketplace, though they didn't appear to be on the lookout for thieves. They seemed far more interested in talking to the merchants, and I saw money changing hands. Were they taking protection bribes? And if so, protection from what? I was near a kitchenware stall when an even stranger scene caught my eye. Not even more strange stuff. My senses, honed from years of being wary of assassins and other suspicious figures, drew my attention to an old man with an uneven gait. Dang, we've got the keen eye in this game too, I guess. We got the insight. Oh no. He was walking slowly into an alley not far from where I was standing. Some distance behind him, a young man was leaning against a wall, watching his progress while pretending to nonchalantly scan the marketplace. I took on a similar stance, pretending to browse the pots and pans while keeping an eye on the young man. I mentally calculated my possibilities. I could shout for help, but that would end in the probable mugger melting back into the crowd, free to pick another victim. I chose a different path. Keep the change. I grabbed a heavy skillet from the booth and tossed a reasonable number of maple bits to the stall owner. I melted into the crowd behind the stalker, who seemed intent on his target. Okay, we armed with a skillet. We ready. We taking action. Why was the vulnerable old man hobbling into a deserted alley anyway? I mentally shrugged. People did stupid things all the time. This poor old man, he knows not what he does. It was probably an ill-advised shortcut. I returned my attention to the man I was tailing. His hands were still in his pockets. His right arm was tensing up. I sped up so I could get close enough to pursue him. He split off from the crowd and entered the alley. I pressed myself against the corner of the nearest building, peering cautiously out at the stalker. "Stop thief! Are you the next love interest?" The old man was some distance away, but when his pursuer pulled out a knife, I decided it was time to spring into action. I raced into the alley after the attacker. He heard me and turned at the last minute, but it was too late for him. My skillet was already swinging through the air. This feels like such a Princess Peach from Smash moment. We have the skillet. His eyes went wide as he saw his inevitable doom approach. I brought my weapon down on his head with a sickening clunk. Ugh, I had not expected that sound. It was far less heroic than the mighty clang I'd anticipated. Oh lord. Is he dead? The mugger let out a sharp cry, then crumpled to the ground unconscious. Multiple footsteps echoed through the alley, and I found myself surrounded by guards. Where did they come from? They didn't touch me, but fenced me in. The old man turned around, dropping the hood of his cape, and to my horror, I saw that he wasn't an old man at all. Oh no, he's hot! He straightened up as he approached with a gait that was less unsure, but still somewhat uneven, and I found myself looking directly into an all-too-familiar face. Oh no. The man I just knocked out had been stalking none other than my erstwhile fiancé, Lord... This is Lord Jeffrey? Ha! Alright, well... Alright. It's a disaster. He was as handsome as his portrait had made him out to be, but the expression on his face was far more severe. Rotten ruin, he muttered angrily. Take him in, he ordered the guards, pointing at the man I'd felled. I will deal with this one. Good thing we're in disguise, I guess. I gulped. Lord Jeffrey grabbed my upper arm none too gently and pulled me deeper into the alley. I knew better than to resist. He let go once we were completely alone, and I backed up against the nearest wall. His glare was enough to pin me in place. Papers, he commanded. I stared my mind at wall. I saved this man's life, and he's like, where are your papers, woman? Like, come on. Oh, man. Your papers, woman? Oh, he actually says woman. Oh, my God. Show them to me. Okay, he's not a good person. That's all right. Wait, I needed to pretend I didn't know who he was. What gives you the right to ask? The question came out as a pathetic bleat, but that was probably for the best. His expression grew even more furious. Yes, I was literally thinking, papers, please. Stamp. I am Lord Jeffrey. You are in my town, interfering with my investigation, and you don't even know my face. I trembled in only half-feigned fear and rifled through my pouch, producing my forged papers. I'm so sorry, my lord. I only arrived this morning. I handed him the papers, followed by a polite curtsy. I'm Lady Anne of Tewkesbury. He glanced at the papers perfunctorily and seemed to find them in order, returning them to me without comment. And what are you doing in Nottingham? Looking for work as a lady chamberlain, my lord. Too many sibs at home, so I thought perhaps there were more opportunities in a big place like this, my lord. I recited the lie I'd practiced, keeping my eyes as wide and innocent as I could. My lord. Then why in all the shadows did you decide to take it upon yourself to spot an assassin, follow him, and knock him out with a fey-cursed frying pan? I thought he was a mugger, not an assassin, and... I just want to do the right thing. Oh god. Why are these my options? It's our responsibility as nobles to keep the public safe. That's certainly true, but isn't skillet-based vigilante justice taking things a bit too far? No, I think it's the right level. He had a point. I couldn't tell him that I was used to command, to taking the law into my own hands, because those hands were the law. Oh my god, I'm Judge Dredd. Not without betraying my identity. I opted to simply act chastened instead. I suppose I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm new to being on my own without the family guards to help with these things. The first thing I did was grab a skillet. That was close enough to the truth to be convincing. He nodded in approval. I suggest you find a sponsor as soon as possible. Your sense of responsibility is commendable, but I will not have innocent maidens coming to harm in my city, even by their own foolishness. Ah yes, thank you. I needed protecting. I tried to grit my teeth and let him admonish me, but the temptation to defend myself was simply too great. Lord Geoffrey appeared to value practicality, so I'd submit that, rather than foolishness, my actions were the most efficient way to deal with the problem, presuming the problem had been what it had appeared, of course. If I had yelled for the guard, wouldn't the miscreant have fled? Knocking him out was more helpful to you than the alternative, was it not? If that appeal to my sense of logic means you aim to choose me as your sponsor, you shouldn't. He fell quiet for a moment, as though a thought had suddenly struck him. Then he exhaled sharply and gave me a stern look. At any rate, to more important matters. He pulled a rolled-up scroll out from his pouch and unfurled it. You just arrived in town, yes? Did you happen to see this woman on the road? Was that a sketch of my portrait? It wasn't a bad likeness. I silently blessed Mesa for my transformation as I pretended to study the image. I'm sorry, no. Very well, come. He escorted me back to the alley's entrance, where we were met by several watchful guards. Lord Geoffrey turned and once again favored me with a stern glance. Do try to stay out of trouble, Lady Anne. With an arm like that, I assume you have some semblance of talent with a real weapon. Hey man, I feel like a frying pan is basically a real weapon. It's a blunt object. I do, but won't the guards take affront to a woman with a sword belt? He frowned, considering my question. I consider it a shameful waste of resources for any man, woman, or child to avoid using their talents because of idiotic prejudice. I mean, I guess that's good. He's still kind of an asshole, but whatever. You should have the right to protect yourself. If any of my guards hassles you, tell them to take it up with me. With that, Lord Geoffrey turned on his heel and left with his entourage. His limp, although less pronounced than it had been when he was pretending to be vulnerable, was still obvious. He was stern, haughty, and based on the gossip I'd heard around the marketplace, unpopular. Dang. Still, that last sentiment had been laudable, and I suspected it was hard-won. Man, I guess if you go stay married route, maybe you can soften that lad up. I don't know. Perhaps he was not as much like my father as I had feared. I tore my eyes away from my unknowing fiancé's departing back, and noticed that everybody nearby was staring at me. Right, I'd just been pulled out of an alley by Nottingham's notorious lord. I chucked my head and shuffled back into the crowd as well as I could. Nothing to see here, folks. I have my papers. That evening, Mesa and I discussed my adventures in the marketplace. I'd transformed back into my normal self, which left me feeling a bit more relaxed. After telling him about my encounter with Lord Geoffrey, I asked about the strange cash boxes I'd seen attached to the stalls. Ah, yes, I presume you know about the increased taxation? I nodded. It has hit Nottingham hard, and many of the local merchants and crafters are having none of it. The old Lord Nottingham shifted the entire burden onto them, you see, leaving the nobility free to spend lavishly. He was a rather nasty fellow, if you ask me. Lord Geoffrey says he hopes to remedy that situation, but he's done little since he took over. In the meantime, many of the wealthier commoners had been shorting the taxes. He solved that problem by indenturing the worst offenders. All the money in those boxes goes to Lord Geoffrey first. I gasped in shock. Indenturing them? I understand they were skirting the law, but that's a step too far. I agree, as do many in town, but I'm certainly prudent about my taxes as a result. It's a crude but effective method. That old-school IRS dude, they'll get you. Can they not simply leave? I understand he'll have confiscated their papers, but surely there are ways. The Druidic orders support Lord Geoffrey. Those who are indentured must surrender a blood sample to them so they can be tracked. Oh my god. Okay. Not to mention the guard. Yes, the guard. Some of them seemed a bit off. Thoroughly corrupt, bribe-taking, thuggery, miscellaneous villainy. I don't know whether Lord Geoffrey is involved in it, but it certainly doesn't help his image. I heard he's mockingly called the sheriff by those who say he's not a legitimate lord, just a trumped-up lawman. There's a rather large promotion in his status after old Nottingham and his son were both killed in a revolt last year. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Alright. A revolt? Nottingham is quite the place. Mesa smiled ruefully at my sarcastic remark. Yes, it was ultimately put down, but a remnant survives. It's run out of Sherwood Forest, south of here, by a deposed lord named Robin of Locksley. Our boy in the Sherwood Forest, baby. He's quite popular with the commoners, though few are brave enough to support him openly. Mesa, what have you gotten me into? If I were Lord Geoffrey himself, I'd hardly know how to pick apart a mess like this. Ah, but you are an extraordinary woman, are you not? Think of yourself as a sort of linchpin of destiny, my dear. I doubt you'll solve Nottingham's problems on your own, but somehow your actions will be the crucial piece that keeps Nottingham from falling into chaos. And chaos will be what brings Prince John and his army, I suspect. It seemed that was the best answer I could get for the time being. That night as I lay in bed, I thought about the man I had met that day. Lord Geoffrey was a conundrum. He was ambitious, obviously. He seemed possessive of Nottingham. Perhaps he was a jealous and possessive man in general? What would have moved him to the extreme of indenturing his own people for tax money? Surely he knew such an act would cause fear, not respect. Did he care? There was no way for me to figure that out without getting to know him better, and that seemed risky indeed. Oh man, are we gonna do this in disguise? What a disaster. I went a bit farther afield the next day, taking careful note to avoid the more dangerous parts of town that Mesa had mapped out for me. On a crowded street, some ways from the main marketplace, I discovered the show window of a weaponsmith's gallery. Sorry, water sip. Whew. I was contemplating the swords on display when I heard the distinctive sound of a group of guards running toward the area. The smarter pedestrians nearby hustled around the corner of the shop to get out of the way. I joined them. The guards paraded to the middle of the street, and their leader bellowed his orders to all and sundry. Halt! Stand up for inspection! We seek a thief, an old woman with a bright green headscarf. At that, the guards began to spread out, questioning everyone. We could only wait for them to get to us. Oh, she's cuter! Look at her little red hair and the flowers. Look at that. Picking on old ladies, typical. I turned my head to see a lovely, low-voiced young woman leaning against the wall next to me. Her red hair and adorable freckles betrayed a Stenish heritage. She saw me react to her muttered comment and favored me with a lopsided smile that made my heart skip a beat. Oh, heart skipping a beat, love interest. You'd think they'd find better ways to measure their manhoods. I chuckled. They're only doing their job. She gave me an appraising look. I don't suppose you've ever had to wonder where your next meal came from. I haven't, that's true. When you're hungry and everyone treats you like dung on their shoes, you start worrying less about who owns what. And the guards? They don't do a whole lot of guarding when it comes to the small folk. I glanced around before answering. The guards in question were still working through the crowd some distance away, repeating "old woman" in green headscarf as they went. Nobody near us seemed to be paying much mind to our quiet conversation. Very well, then. It shouldn't be that way. Nobles are supposed to... aye. You must not be from around here if you think supposed to and actually do are the same thing. I'm not from around here, but why do you know all of this? You look rather well-dressed and well-fed yourself. I've done what I need to do, cutie. The good thing about a place like this is there's chances to move up in the world. If you're lucky, smart, talented, and maybe a tiny bit ruthless. Look at all these sassy people in here. She grinned, but it was far too cute of a grin for me to see any malice in it. That's good for a newcomer like me to hear. Aye, indeed, and thanks for letting me bend your ear. You're a sweet one, Mistress Noble. Wish they were all more like you. Oh, hello? As I pondered that contradictory nickname and wondered how exactly she'd known I was a noble, she moved in and gave me a kiss on the cheek. Okay, everybody's so So handsy. Preview only, unfinished. I'm like, oh, it's nice. It lingered too much to be merely friendly, but I didn't particularly mind. Okay. Her lovely hair grazed my collarbone, and wait, was that her hair or something else? I looked down. There was a headscarf tied about my neck. A bright green headscarf. Uh-oh. Don't worry, it's all going to a good cause. I heard rather than saw her say the words. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught a brief flash of red hair disappearing around a nearby corner. Panicking, I reached behind my neck and struggled to untie the scarf before anybody noticed. She's crafty. It was too late! Oh my god. You there, you the old woman! It's like, no, I'm not old. An irritated-looking guard stomped over to me. And where did you get that, missy? He jabbed a meaty finger at the scarf I was trying to untie. I knew that whatever came out of my mouth next was just going to sound like a terrible excuse, but I had to try. I suppose the truth would do. A lady was talking to me, and she distracted me and tied this around my neck. Oh, really? It's true, sir. I saw this pretty lass being bothered by an unsavory sort. I don't know why I gave that accent, I guess. That wasn't exactly how I would have described what happened, but others piped up to confirm the man's observation. When the guard asked if any of them had seen where she'd gone, they all shook their heads in denial. Thank you, townsfolk. Thank you. And you, missy, did you see where she went? I hesitated, thought about the reputation of these guards and what the thief had said to me. Yes, she'd used me as a scapegoat, but could it be that she was honestly helping the people who were neglected by these very same guards? Point the guards in the wrong direction. We assist the love interest. I decided to put my trust in the charming young woman, even though she'd used me to distract the guards. She figured out I was nobility despite my relatively modest attire, and that meant she knew I could pull out my papers to get out of trouble. I didn't think she'd meant to cause me any harm. We think so nicely of people. I looked innocently at the guard. I'm so sorry. I was just so upset about the violation of my person that I didn't get a clear look. I think perhaps I heard her run off toward the marketplace. Headed back for more, is she? They always do, lads! Move out! Their assumptions about the nature of criminals confirmed. They left without even asking for a physical description. That amused me as they were still looking for an old woman. I wonder how she left that impression on witnesses. Somebody with those kinds of performance talents should be a famous bard, not a cut purse. Maybe she is a bard, who knows? They do that crafty stuff. Shaking my head, I decided to roam around the area a bit longer to avoid the disruption that was no doubt taking place in the marketplace. When I heard the mid-afternoon bells toll, it was time to return and reunite with Mesa. As I approached Mesa's fortune-telling tent at the back of the marketplace, I noticed a small crowd of people had gathered to watch some kind of commotion. I threaded my way through them and saw a large, angry nobleman yelling at an unperturbed-looking Mesa. Where is my wife, you rotted Moggy? Moggy? In our world, it's cute UK slang for a non-purebred cat. In Avalon, it's a slur against Iberians because their pupils are slit like a cat's. Oh, that's just rude. That's such an interesting word, though. Cute UK slang. Moggy. I winced at the common slur used against Iberians, but I couldn't hear what Mesa said in return. I wove my way to the front of the crowd. Probably dressed like a lady to lure them in and seduce you, don't you? Where have you stashed her? Tell me. Nearly all of my clients remain happily quite married, I assure you. Perhaps you'd consider that the problem is you, not me. Oh dear, Mesa. That was not going to calm him down in the least. The man's face turned from an angry red to a near purple shade of rage. How dare you? Do you have an idea who I am? No. I know you beat her. I know the future I saw for her, should she stay with you, was bleak. I do not know where she went when she left you. Oh lord, some drama. Hisses of shock reverberated through the crowd. No true Avalon man would be violent toward his wife or children. It was considered the ultimate act of cowardice. Yes, out this man! Out him! Lies, you must have stolen her away to resort to such accusations. I doubted Mesa was lying, but in this case, the truth was a dangerous thing to tell. The man now looked frantic as well as angry. He was pounding one fist into his empty palm, but Mesa did not shrink back one bit. They struck a courageous figure in the face of the noble's rage, but it looked like violence was imminent. I looked around. Nobody in the crowd was moving to intervene. I even saw some of the city guards standing at the back of the group, not even pretending they were going to protect the fortune teller. It's time to get out the frying pans. It looked like taking action was up to me. I needed to choose the right path of action to assist Mesa before they got hurt. I feel like indirect might be better, because they might start thinking we're kind of a problem if we just go around swinging 100% of the time, I guess. Indirect move. As much as I wanted to charge in and save the day, it probably wasn't prudent. There was no guarantee I'd be a match for a large, angry man without my sword. I could just end up making things worse for Mesa. I looked around, trying to identify something I could use to make a diversion instead. There, somebody had piled a number of wine casks somewhat haphazardly. They hadn't even been tied together, so they were probably empty. I inched toward the casks, keeping my eye on the altercation, or rather, the one-sided abuse being hurled at my new friend. I positioned myself in front of the pile. I just needed to nudge these few in the front, and then I would circle around in the back, and the whole stack should topple, rolling right toward the angry noble. Well, that's the idea. A massive pop star will be... Oh, we got the smoke bombs again! I jumped and elbowed the pile of casks hard. Instinctively, I looked toward the source of the sound and saw smoke billowing around Mesa and their attacker. Of course, I had forgotten about Mesa's strange smoke weapons. At that moment, the top cask came crashing down on my head. Shit! It hurt too much for me to regret that rather unladylike exclamation. I managed to scramble away before the entire pile collapsed, huddling against the side of Mesa's tent. Uh-oh. I pulled my kirtle up over my face and squeezed my eyes shut as the stinging smoke wafted over me. Muffled sounds surrounded me. Crashing casks, people yelling and running in panic, heavy boots stomping around. I'd managed not to breathe in the smoke, but the back of my head was a mass of throbbing pain. I wasn't sure how much time had passed when I heard the clicking of a pair of well-heeled boots approaching. A soft, mild voice called out to me. Mistress? Mistress, are you all right? Do you need assistance? Oh my god, why are there so many beautiful people here? Okay. Full screen illustrations are not file. Okay. Now we have somebody else here that's elegant as all heck. I pulled down my kirtle and opened my eyes to sight of a ridiculously handsome man clad in soothing cerulean blue. Are there any other hot people I should know about? Thank God. He was half kneeling, gazing down on me with concern at his ice blue eyes. Not a hair or a stitch was out of place on his person. Mesa's more unique, though. This is just... It's giving a fairy tale himbo vibe, but maybe he's not a himbo. He looks like a musketeer, I guess. I felt keenly aware of my disheveled appearance and the fact that he had come upon me cowering, clad largely in my chemise. I hastily patted my dress back into place as I spoke. I'm fine, thank you. There's just a bit of an incident with the casks here. I can see that. May I help you up? That would be quite welcome. Ah, yes. He raised me to my feet in one fluid motion. His physical grace matched his appearance. I winced as my wounded head complained about the sudden movement. Oh dear, are you in pain? I just took a bump to the head. Nothing a bit of rest can't fix, I'm sure. He gave me a serious look and held up a finger in front of my face. I followed it with my eyes as he moved it back and forth. Good, you don't seem to have been knocked about too badly, though I feel I should assist you to your destination. Actually, you may be my charge in the first place. Do you happen to answer to, Fate Breaker? Oh no, somebody else, they know. Oh lord. Mesa had sent him along with the message that he could be trusted. Clever. Yes, I suppose, but you can call me Lady Anne. Enchanted. He kissed my hand in greeting with just the perfect amount of pressure to set the heart beating faster. Whoever this man was, he was extremely well versed in the gentlemanly arts. Guy Lalonde, Chevalier, at your service. Your friend is waiting for you at the North Gate. Shall we, or do you need more rest? Oh boy. Brittany's version of knights are called chevaliers. They are meant to embody positive social virtues. They can be selected from any social class and have some governmental power, such as the ability to judge minor legal disputes. Okay, cool. Chevalier, he did have a British accent, didn't he? I stared for a second, my jostled mind attempting to explain his presence in this city so far from his southern home. He presented his elbow encouragingly to me. Ah, yes, I'm fine. Let's go. I took his proffered arm, feeling at ease due to his bearing and manner. In the aftermath of the fight and the smoke, there were confused civilians and busy guards hustling in every direction. This man served as an oasis of cool assurance. An unreasonably good-looking oasis. Why did I keep meeting beautiful people in these ridiculous circumstances? All this in like the same chapter. I know technically we're in like the middle, but like Lord, they just are like, hey, you know, just so you know, there's hot people here. You can romance in this game. Oh gosh. We began strolling slowly, out of consideration for my condition, and I spoke up to shake those silly thoughts out of my head. So what is a chevalier doing up here in Nottingham? Crown business. I fear I can't say much more. Really, I didn't know the Crown was sending the British Kingsman about its business in Central Avalon. He favored my skepticism with a mild smile. Skilled, landless vassals are in short supply since the war, you know. And what is a noble lady such as yourself doing here in the company of a mere fortune-teller? Oh, he was sharp. I've left my home in Tewkesbury, looking to be a lady chamberlain. Mesa was kind to me when I met with some trouble on the road and offered me a place to stay. I have limited resources. Large family, you know. I smiled hopefully at him. I was getting used to that first part of my story, but I'd had to rush to make up the second part on the spot. The Chevalier looked steadily at me, but I couldn't read what he was thinking. You gotta work on that, honey. I suppose that sounds somewhat probable, though I must say it was impressive to see how you protected yourself against that strange smoke weapon, almost as though you'd dealt with one before. You intrigue me, Lady Anne. I swallowed nervously. Oh, no threat intended, I don't mean to pry. After all, we all have secrets, don't we? I nodded, feeling a fair bit less at ease than I had moments before. This man had just warned me that he was not to be trifled with. His mild manner while doing so made the warning even more effective. Still, he quickly switched to a more innocuous topic, and I began to breathe easy once more. We strolled on in silence, punctuated by the occasional small talk, until we were nearly to the north gate. Okay, y'all. I'm thinking this might be a good time for a demo pause, as in, I might save and then probably come back to this tomorrow. My throat is dying from all this narration. I feel like we're at a good kind of pausing point in the action here, because I don't know how much longer this is gonna go. I don't know how much longer my throat can hold out to narrate. So we're probably gonna call this one for now, and that's okay. I hope this one has also been entertaining. Let me get out of here and switch back to our other screen. But I was liking this one too. I think it's very nice art, nice environment design. I think I do wish I had a bit more choices in a way. It's more like traditional VN, right? With compared to Scarlet Hollow, you know. So, but it's very nice. Nice presentation. We like some cheeky characters. We got some sass. Oh yeah, thank you, Suki. I'm gonna do what I can. Let me go back to the stuff here. I'm like, oh Lord. Where are we? Alright. And transition back over here, y'all, but let me close this out. Yes. Yeah, I like that one. That was also nice. I think it's got the nice Otome vibe going. We're gonna put the music back on there. Alright. Yeah, that was a lot of fun too. I love a good romance adventure. Yeah, it's definitely giving more traditional vibes. I like that you're kind of just thrown into it so we can kind of get more of the just what's going on. But I didn't expect there to be just 3 love interests in the span of like an hour and a half. Like, hey, take your pick, I guess. But they all seem like they're fun. We got some good character. We got some lovely character design. Amazing. Yeah, I thought the writing was pretty good too. Good character monologue. Good stuff going. Everybody seems like they've got their own voice and everything too. Oh, it's really neat. Oh, thanks, David. Glad you're here too, talking. Yeah. It was I like that one a lot. I'm not sure if you also saw the Scarlet Hollow thing, but I thought that one was really good. Really charming writing, good characters, good music, good atmosphere, good vibes. So I definitely like that one. I'll have to see if I have time to stream some more tomorrow. I'll probably see about finishing it then. The demo part anyway, but I'll probably end up buying that one too because I think it's still on sale. I'll have to check because I think the fest is still going until I think technically like Monday morning or something. So we'll see what we can do there. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun with both of these. I know they were totally opposite vibes. We had the horror kind of mystery thing and then transition to the adventure romance. But I had fun with both of those. I would definitely, at least for what I was playing, recommend it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed both of the experiences that we had on offer today. But yeah, we're gonna give the voice a rest. So yeah, but thank you everybody for tuning in for tonight. If I do stream tomorrow, it'll probably be like earlier afternoon, but I'll of course post on my Blue Sky and everything and keep everybody updated when that's gonna be. But thank you everybody that was following in for today. This was a lot of fun, really enjoyable. It's been a while since I've sat down and really just played a visual novel for a bit, so I'm glad they had the fest so we could try some demos. I did get a lot of demos, so I'll probably end up trying some more later too. But 10 a.m. PvP Monday ended. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Suki, for the update. Yeah, so I'll definitely I'll pick up that one then, and then Scarlet Hollow for sure. That was awesome. They're both great. And like I say, I got some other demos too, but we'll see. We'll probably make our way through those kind of slowly. We like to do some variety on this channel, so. But yeah, thank you all for being here as we could go through some good story time, some good vibes. And then yeah, I'll probably try and continue tomorrow. Like I said, I also try to do some other stuff on the stream too. I've been enjoying my my Hollow Cure and Warriors Abyss experience too, so we might do some in between or kind of a mix of both, so I'm not reading all day tomorrow too, and then get some other gameplay going too. But thank you guys for being here. I guess that's about all I really have for you guys for today stream wise, because yeah, I'm gonna get myself a break, and of course if you guys want to hang and chat we can, but figure be about wrap it up, get a good time for a break, get a midnight snack depending on where you are. But I appreciate all of you guys for being here again. Oh, thank you, Tsuki. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself and had fun. It was a pleasure having you, and thank you too, David, for being here. I'm so excited. It was so nice to have some new friends around. I hope you'll be able to join in again later. And then if either of you guys end up streaming, of course I'm happy to watch. But thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. I hope you guys have a great night. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and yeah, we'll see if we can see you around tomorrow. If not, I'll keep you guys posted on when I'll be live again. But I appreciate all of you so much, so thank you for being here, and have a good night or day depending on where you are, everybody. But take care, okay, and we'll catch you next time, okay? Have a good night.